Welcome along to the third instalment of Chazlington Watches. I am Chaz Draycott. Tonight we will be watching, well, the beautiful event you see before you. The World GT Championship 2018 Christmas Party. 4 races coming at you tonight. We're going to be starting out the evening in the Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck, the NASCAR pickup truck. That is going to be racing around Daytona from 2007. It's going to be the old iRacing scan that they have done. And this is bound to be a right barrel of laughs. Been looking forward to doing this for a while now, since Mr. Matt Bunn has announced it. Mr. Jack Ashton, good evening to you, sir. Hope that you enjoy the festivities this evening. There isn't currently a session up, so you get to look at the wonderful Ash Sutton there in his, well, in all his glory. Mr. Matt Bunn, I believe, courtesy, sorry, the poster courtesy of Matt Bunn. Mr. McNally, good evening. Good to see you along, son. Just a quick one as well at this point, so I don't go too far without it being absolute shite. Does the audio sound alright? Are we level-wise okay? Just waiting for the session to go up now, so we will be along shortly. You know how these things are, they often take a few minutes to get going. Good times, boys, thank you very much. Mr. Macaulay, hello. You can have a bet on how many times Josh says this car is shit. You will also notice as well, he does have a nickname in tonight's overlay. He is not called Josh Thompson. You will see that eventually. Slipped a couple of nicknames into the overlay for tonight, just for comedic purposes. Still no session up, unfortunately, I apologise, but we will be there in just a moment. Waiting for the wonderful Daytona to pop up on my screen. Well, that's a tasty little comment there, Mr. Morgan Butler. Morgan has his own nickname in the overlay tonight, which he will also see. He is aware of this already, but I'll wait till the session's open before you get to see all that. Still got nothing at the moment. Session's meant to be up at 7. But no, apparently not. We'll pop another song on, just because, well, why not? Let's put this fucker on. Ooh, seagulls. Oh no. Oh goodness. I've got to download the Chevrolet. There's the wonderful downloader noise. It's only going to take a minute or so. Long neck crash magnet. No, but I am going to make a couple of comments about his sticking his neck in and winding his neck in, and you know the rest of it, being neck and neck on track and so on. Should be a good laugh though. Really looking forward to getting in on this. Just downloading the Chevrolet Silverado now, as I'm that much of a twat that I did not download it beforehand. I've done everything else. I've even bought Sonoma. But yeah, we've got 4 great races tonight. Yeah, Josh Giraffe Thompson has been thrown about a bit in the chat beforehand. We've got the Chevrolet Silverado trucks, which are going to be racing at Daytona first off. And that is going to be followed by, I believe they're doing a Dallara Formula 3 race. Yeah, that's at Donington. And then they've got Legends at Scooby, which is going to be fantastic. It's actually spelt wrong on the poster, but let's not tell Matt that. And then the finale of the evening is going to be a Rallycross night at Sonoma. And I know that the final race of that, they're hoping, I'm not sure whether they've tested whether it works or not yet, but they should have 20 cars in the final race of the night. So that should be very, very interesting to watch. Thanks again for everyone joining so far. May not be the most lively of streams as it goes, but once the action gets going, it should be alright. I have to try and compete against Apex tonight because they're doing the iRacing Le Mans series. Thanks as always to Alex Simpson and Pascal Higelin for the overlay that you will see before you tonight. It's going to look absolutely fantastic. And I would also like to just note as well, on the professional level, any opinions displayed in this broadcast are not shared by Apex Racing TV, despite the broadcast and the overlay being the same. These are my opinions, and this is my broadcast, so nothing I say tonight is associated with their opinions or anything of that sort. I have to get that out of the way, of course. Just loading into the session now. So if we just flick over to this screen, any second now, we should have the loading screen come up. Any sort of overlay possible will show up as well. Just going to get the camera controls and the like open on here. And if you bear with me, we should, and I say should, have a loading screen. Be black for a moment, and then it should pop up. No, of course not. There it is. Beautiful. Not sure whether Matt's doing any points or anything of that sort this evening, but we will soon see. Just got to make sure that everything is absolutely spot on for this. Just waiting for the session to load now then. Should be with you in just a moment anyway. Get the logos up, get the overlay on. Just updated it because I forgot that I hadn't updated it. Pinnacle of professionalism here, ladies and gents. Ladies. There's no fucking ladies here. Right then, let's have a quick look then at what's going on track. Nothing according to this. Okay, there's Mr. Tom Jacobs. We'll give this a little refresh. And you will note as well. Oh, well, Tom's obviously not happy with what's going on. He's down as Tom Clean Jacobs. I'm not quite sure why his name's showing us that in here, but we'll soon find out. Got Matt Bunn spun. Now, I'm not sure what's happening here. So if I get rid of Matt's name, what we're going to get? Matthew Bunn. Okay. And Mr. Baker has made us aware there's actually a children's song called Josh. I sincerely apologise for that. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It just seemed to have died on me. Don't know whether I pressed a button or something, but we're into qualifying. We have Mr. Bunn on track. Here he is. Well, they've done it as open qualifying. That's fucking scary. Good to see you, Mr. Clyde Whiting. Thank you very much for joining this evening. Yeah, again, I'm really not sure what happened to the stream there. I do apologise. I'll try and keep an eye on it as best I can. See, Matt Bunn's name seems to be working on the name override, so I'm going to just try and see. See, it just comes up as Jacobs Apebs Jacobs there. So, yeah, really not sure what the fuck is going on. I need Alex's help. Alex, come save me. Tom all on his own at the moment. I'm going to be a sneaky boy. Oh dear. Well, this isn't going very well, is it? Oh, there's an accident. That's the number 3 machine. That's Jamie Rushworth. He's off. Let's just have a quick look at what happened here. Let's go back. Oh, Stu got bumped into him. And that was the end of that. Large accident. Lots and lots of fun for these boys. Going around an oval is it's not the easiest thing to do, you know. Really not the easiest thing to do. There's the whole field streaming past. Oh, there's contact. That's the 44 around Jack Styles on a ride. Somehow, oh, he got clipped. Well, oh, fucking hell. Matt Bunn, fastest at the moment in the number 1 machine. Let's go on board, see what it looks like. That wonderful car of Michael Avdoka there with the Hooters livery. Look at the speed difference there. Pete Newman and these boys just left standing. I think they're slowing down to try and get into the slipstream to get a lap. As they all go around the banking. I'm not 100% sure. I think this is the old version of the track. Oh, more contacts, more people in the wall. That's Mr. Bunn. Not good enough, lads. Not good enough. And I do apologise. I believe another thing I've not done right, because I'm shit at this. Let's just, I'm just going to do a quick refresh of the overlay. Oh, aye, Dave. Oh, aye. Matt's always getting tow. There is Mr. Newman alongside the number 14 machine of Johnny Brandon. Euro V8 Supercars champion, Johnny Brandon. He's going to cut down in front of Mr. Pete Newman right now. As the sun comes back out, look at that, beautiful stuff. And I hope this race doesn't go on into the night because, well, these things don't have headlights. I know the track will be lit, probably. See the track rendering there. So at the moment, Christian Rose is the fastest. I'll give you a little timing, what we call the timing tower, timing table on the left-hand side. And there are the lap times. Look how close it is. Tom Jacobs at 51.9. Come on, Tom, lad. He's got no slipstream, so he's not getting any help, really. He just skims the back of the other car then. Not quite sure who that was, but he only just missed them. Christian Rose still the fastest then. Paul Smith second, Matt Bunn in third. Oh, and Tom, understandably not happy with how the session is going. Puts it into the wall and he's going to be right in the middle of the oval. He's someone clips in there. I think that was Matt Bunn. No, Matt's all on his own, so it must have been someone else. Morgan Butler is fourth at the moment, but seems to be all on his own in that pink number 9 car. Diogo Melro out on track in the number 29 machine. Good to see Diogo taking part this evening. Yeah, Dan, I'm with you. I don't think Tom quite gets this. He needs slipstream. He needs to get out there and get on with it. I think he's gone home. Mr. Shield in the thick of it at the moment. I'm going to try this driver overrides thing one more time. Because Matt Bunn's name works. We'll call him Sheely just to see if we can get some sort of name change in there. See, look at that. Don't know what it's doing. Really don't know what it's doing. I need the expert help of Mr. Simpson on this, I think. I'm afraid. Unless There you go. Here's Mr. Shield. Just the speed of these things is just mental. It really is. Well, at least we know how that works now. Fuck it. Oh, he's been turned. Andy has been turned, and oh, that's scary to be sat in the middle of the track like that. Here's Christian Rose then. Oh, he's bumping the car in front. I think that's it's not Mr. Shield, is it Mr. Rushworth? Who is that in front of him? Don't know who's who. It's not Mr. Smith. There's Matt Bunn, Morgan Butler, and Doka. It's the number 58 is Pete Newman. I will eventually get a visual recognition of these things as it goes on. If Doka's in there as well, in the white Hooters car. This is just qualifying. I don't really know how this race is going to go, but I think it's going to be a large crash. But thank you again, everyone, for joining me so far this evening. Not off to the greatest of starts, but we'll get there. Tom is back out on track, and he is working with a Mr. Diogo Melro. We will go on board with Mr. Melro. See Tom out to his left there. Just see him in the rearview mirror going slightly backwards. Diane Abbott says 22 cars dead in the first wreck. Yeah, she'd be pretty accurate, I think, Adam. I think in her head that would probably make sense, but yeah. Tom down the inside there showing that that line works. I don't know what him and Diogo are trying to do here. There's a couple of guys on the inside. I think it's Morgan Butler having a bit of a laugh with these guys. That strange noise was me having a drink. Oh, there's Newman backwards. Oh, big contact. Matt Bunn gets involved. Hits the number 44 car, Jack Styles. Evdoka's on his roof. Michael Evdoka. Well, there's Matt Bunn. Oh, Evdoka got a massive hit. So did Styles. Absolutely fucking smashed it. For some reason, it's showing Matt Bunn as Beast Racing. That's scary. Because he's definitely not. Ah, okay. So maybe. There we go. Let's just... There you go. Mr. Bunn is now CQR. And I believe that to be the end of qualifying. Matt is just sat there on the apron. He's the last car out on track. Just going to try and fill in some more team names while we're here. CQR's easy enough to type in. We do have a grid. I'll get to it in a minute. There's plenty of time to go through it. So let's just get it up on screen then. Christian Rose on the front row ahead of Paul Smith. Matt Bunn with Morgan Butler on the second row. Michael Evdoka will be third. Ben Gregory. Michael Evdoka's fifth. I cannot fucking read. Ben Gregory is sixth. Jamie Rushworth is seventh. Johnny Brandon is eighth. Jack Styles is ninth. Pete Newman 10th. Andy Shield 11th. And Josh Thompson is 12th. Good evening, Mr. Pete Harrod. Then we've got Diogo Melro, Tom Jacobs, and Stuart McFadden, 2.7 seconds back. Bit of a big difference for these boys. Here's some little bit of info for you. It's 21 degrees Celsius at the moment, so it's not the hottest of evenings. But there's your mini map on the left. You can see it's not quite an oval. And yeah, Dave Baker there with the... I'd call that a correct answer, really. Let's go on board. Oh, Mr. Jacobs is not showing us there yet. There he is. Mr. Jacobs of Beast Racing. Just going to put some more names in here. Christian Rose is part of this. And put some team names in, just so these guys can represent. Beautiful sound that this machine makes. The Chevrolet Silverado. Tom giving it everything he's got. Hopefully he doesn't put the oil temperature through the roof and blow the engine up before he goes out, because that wouldn't be the best of things to do. Because I think some of these boys are pretty close to doing just that. Yeah, Ben Gregory's got to be up there for doing that, surely. So, off we go then. As your pole sitter, Christian Rose. Alongside him on the front row is Mr. Paul Smith. And then we've got Matt Bunn and Morgan Butler on the second row. Michael Avdoka in the 989 car is 5th on the grid, ahead of Ben Gregory in the number 8 machine. Or he should be ahead of the number 8 machine. Jamie Rushworth is 7th, Johnny Brandon 8th. Jack Stiles in the number 44 car is 9th, with Pete Newman rounding out your top 10. Then it's Andy Shield, Josh Thompson, Diogo Melro, Thomas Jacobs, and Stuart McFadden is not there, so really not sure. Anyway, Christian leads them round then. I'm not really sure you would cause the accidents, Dave. You are a very safe driver. So here we go then. I'm going to have a drink at the best time possible. Loving it. First race of the night. Pleasure to be doing this for you. And hopefully I provide something entertaining at least. I'm sure these guys are going to be mostly entertaining. And Christian's gone. Paul started weaving out to the right, and that has let Matt Bunn take second place from him. We'll have a quick look further down the order just so we can catch everything. A little bit of bunching up towards the rear. You can see the guys gradually filtering down to the inside then, but side by side for the lead. Matt Bunn and Christian Rose side by side into turn 1. Up around the outside there is Johnny Brandon in the 14 car. He's got the number 9 of Morgan Butler and Jamie Rushworth in front of him. Morgan's had a terrible start. Really not sure what's happened to him. If we go on board with Diogo Melro, you can see just how close these guys get as they get down the back straight then. Weaving and ducking, trying to look for position. Tom Jacobs is on the outside there, trying to make the most of everything he can up there. He's going to be on the high line into turns 3 and 4 for the first time. It's a long-ass race, this one. We've got 40 minutes. Pete Newman, the number 49 car. Josh Thompson side by side in the mid-pack there as well. Up at the front, though, it's Christian Rose. Paul Smith chasing him down in second place with Avdoka. And then it's the number 8 car, Ben Gregory. Matt Bunn has gone completely backwards here as they all cross the line. The whole field... Oh, and Matt Bunn is around. Bunn is around. There's a couple of them off. Number 29, that's Diogo Melro. Hopefully Diogo keeps out of the walls. The car coming back on. Oh, I didn't quite see what happened to Matt there. We'll have to have a quick look back. Let's have a look. Oh, I think it was contact with Matt. Oh, he just clipped the back of Diogo. Rushworth got involved as well. Let's just have a look at Mr. Bunn here. Oh, yeah, the number 9 car just washed up into him. That'll be Morgan Butler. Morgan just slowly washed up the track and turned Matt around. Real shame there. Not quite sure what happened to the rest of them, but here they are. Christian Rose still leading the way side by side with Avdoka. Oh, that was shaped slightly as Thompson 3 wide in the middle. That's Mr. Shield, and the safety car is out. We have a yellow, and they're all getting it slowed down, trying not to overtake the pace car. We'll have to have a quick look for you, Dave. 1 second. I'll get it up. I'll get it up for you, Dave. I'll get it up. I think it was Morgan. Here we go then. Yeah, Morgan just seems to straight line it and clip Matt there. Diogo Melro got very lucky with it as well, but there we go. These guys trying to catch back up then. But here it is then. Behind the safety car, the iRacing Mustang safety car. And it's a perfect moment to
No, you look alright. What about me?
Oh, it's a Mr. Bunn. Hello, Matt. We've just seen you get taken out by Morgan there. I'm sure you're probably not too happy with that.
Oh, devastated, mate. I'm going to put him in a wall.
Well, it seems like close racing so far. I mean, I'm certainly enjoying it, but it's just, well, there's not too many cars on track, but it's so close in these trucks. You've got to be dead careful, haven't you? Oh, actually, who's that coming in? The number 14 car's just come in. Who's he? There's Johnny Brandon into the pits. Are there fast repairs in this one, Matt?
Oh, yeah, it's unlimited. Sorry, I can't hear Discord very well at the minute.
Okay, right. Well, we'll chuck Matt back in then. Off he goes back into the fish pool. As he says, devastated. But this means then that Johnny Brandon will have the chance to catch back up to this field. He's taking tyres and so on by the look of it. I think you probably need to. You just get that extra bit of grip. Out the pits he goes. Morgan Butler in there as well. Not quite sure whether Diogo's carried on. Yeah, Diogo's coming out as well. So we'll ride on board with Diogo as he catches up with the field. Diogo, of course, two-time Club Series champion. So is also Mr. Pete Harrod, who I believe is still with us tonight. Good evening to you, Pete. You can probably hear me from your house. There's the little blue commitment cone. You can just see the field off in the distance there from Diogo's point of view. That's just how slowly these guys are going. As we look then, as Diogo catches back up to the pack. Now I don't have I've got the sim open obviously in the background here, but I don't know how many laps are to go until we get back on it. It's 20 laps, we're only a quarter of the way through. So I think if we get rid of the session time, it should just be, there we go, we've got the laps there in the top left of your screen. Bring up the track map just to see where everyone is. Okay, so it's just the number 9 car of Morgan Butler, who we're waiting to join back up, making his way round. 267 Ks into the oval. These trucks really don't hang about, I'll tell you that. But it's Christian Rose leading the field at the moment, with Michael Avdoka and Paul Smith behind him. Then it's Ben Gregory, Bosch Thompson, Andy Shield, Pete Newman, Tom Clean Lad Jacobs 3, Jack Eyebrows Style, Jamie Not Drunk This Evening Rushworth, and then Matt Spun. It's very, very tame pace for these cars when they're going this slowly. They just seem like they're asleep. There's, oh, Mr. Newman taking an unorthodox line there. Obviously they're all weaving and warming the tyres up, taking it to the extreme a little bit there. Biggest mover in the field so far is this man, Josh Thompson. 7 places gained. Tom Jacobs has gained 6 with Beast Racing. You can see his helmet in the rear view mirror, no pun intended. It's the one on his head. Tom Wid's also streaming tonight over on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/SpookGTI if you want to go and have a quick gander at how it's going from his point of view. And I'll tell you what, actually, while
it's the shield!
Oh, well, there we go. That's the time to bring him in. Just while we are under safety car, Mr. Jacobs joins us in the booth. Tom, we've seen an incident with Matt and Morgan. Were you anywhere near it? Did it scare shit out of you?
A little bit, yeah, because everyone just started falling down into the infield, and then I was like, who's this coming past now? Jack Styles. No, everyone just started falling out into the infield, and then, yeah, I ended up narrowly missing it all, which is fun.
Well, we can see that in terms of positions gained, I'm just trying to find where I can show that, actually. There we go. Gain. You've gained 6 places so far, and so has Shield and Thompson. I think Josh has actually gained 7 overall. I imagine you want more than that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, we're going to push for the win here. Just I don't ever rarely do oval stuff, but, you know, needs must. Do it for the team and all that.
Well, we're on board with you right now as you form back up. How many laps left until we go yellow? Green, because I can't see. Or is it
one
now?
to green now. We're
right
going
then.
green now.
Well, we'll chuck you back into the pond, mate, and best of luck. There he goes. Not quite sure what that noise was at my end, but I apologise. I think my Discord connection has just gone a bit tits up. But we'll get back on the TV cameras. We'll get back to Michael Avdoka and Christian Rose at the front of this field. And we'll be sure to have another good few laps of action for you here. There's a good spread of I rating between these boys, actually. I've never really looked at that. Johnny Brandon has 2,600. I think he's the highest out of all of them. As we come into the final part now then. Christian's away already. Avdoka caught napping. He's done that twice now as Christian Rose. Down the inside goes number 7, Paul Smith, back up to second place where he started. So the 2 guys that were on the front row are back there once again. Round turns 1 and 2. Really big train going on here. Number 8 car, Ben Gregory, Josh Thompson in there as well. Andy Shield trying to go around the outside. Tom's getting a push there from Jamie Rushworth. Matt Bunn's involved in this as well. The number 14 car of Johnny Brandon. Matt Bunn's already got a bent rear end on that car, it seems. I don't know whether the physical damage has repaired itself. Might have had a bit of contact under yellow. 2 wide all the way around. He's really close to Jamie Rushworth there. We're going to look back to the front. Christian still leading the way, but most of them 2 by 2 as they follow then. Another lap in the books. We're nearly halfway through this race already, actually. We've had quite a lot of it under caution. This is where it all came undone last time. They're 2 wide, 3 wide further down. Oh, there's contact. Jacobs is around and he's in the wall. He's in the wall hard. Is he going to get caught by Butler? He does make contact with him. But I think, I'm not 100% sure it was that clipped him there, but we'll have a look. Oh, I didn't quite catch that. I think it was one of the race spot cars. Hopefully this will help us out. Let's go on to the chopper view. Tom, it's number 44. Oh, it's Mr. Styles. I think Tom just came down on him a little bit there. I'm not 100% sure who will be to blame for that one. And that sounded fantastic as the chopper got near it. Oh, Christian getting a bump from Paul all over the place here. It's 6, 7 and 8. Ben Gregory is in this as well. Josh Thompson, Pete Newman are the second row there behind them. And then it's Andy Shield and Michael Avdoka. Behind that even as well is the number 1 car of Matt Bunn ahead of Jamie Rushworth, Jack Stiles in the 44 machine, and then it's Brandon and Melrow at the back of the field. But Christian Rose, if we go onto this view, is going to be very interesting. That is Paul Smith. And there's the intercooler inside the front of that Chevrolet Silverado. Bit of a wobble from Paul there, it seems. The car not quite staying straight. It's a bit bumpy on this older version of Daytona, so it's not the easiest thing to get the car around. Thompson's trying to push Ben Gregory to the front on the outside here. Ben's going to do it, it looks like. I think Ben's going to lead the race as he goes over the line. He does. Thompson nearly makes it 3 wide, and then Paul Smith is on the inside trying to push him as well. This is mad stuff, Ben Gregory around the outside. Christian Rose still holding his ground. Doesn't seem like Ben can get much more on him. Oh, Ben Gregory steps out. Oh, contact with Newman and Avdoka. Newman off. Newman still going. He's coming back on. He's going to hit Matt. Oh, no. Jesus Christ, it's 4 wide in front. Avdoka, Rushworth. Rushworth's around as he saved it. Gregory makes contact with Thompson, bounces off the wall. Avdoka's down and clip on. Oh, and the rest of them are in it as well. Johnny Brandon got caught up in it. Absolute masterclass in accident management there. I'm going to throw a yellow if they already haven't. I can't because I'm a spectator, so... Oh, bloody Nora. Well, let's have a look back at that one. Johnny Brandon just, well, this is Johnny coming into the pit lane. Just absolutely shagged it, didn't he? Oh, well, there's the accident as it finished. Real shame that, because that was a fantastic bit of racing up until that point. We're still at full pace live, though. And it's between Christian Rose and Paul Smith at the front. Side by side then, coming out on track in front of him is Tom Jacobs. He's not going to want to ruin their race, but I'm sure for the entertainment purposes he might accidentally get in the way, although they're going quite a bit quicker than him and they're going to fly by, I think. And behind them it's Mr. Shield and Pete Newman flying along by. Andy giving Tom a bit of a buzz there as he goes past him. Jamie Rushworth apparently on pit lane. Yeah, something not right with that car. There is Tom. And there is race leader now, Paul Smith. We look back at Christian Rose then gaining. Looks like a very happy machine, doesn't it, that Silverado? Looks like a dopey dog. Oh, one of the cars coming out of the pit lane there. There's a couple of them coming out of the pits. Hopefully they'll stick together. Johnny Brandon's one of them. He has got the number 3 car, Jamie Rushworth, right behind him, and in front of them is Matt Bunn. We'll stick with the battle for third place. Shield and Newman still having a good scrap. We'll have a quick look at also how the field is spread out. They're all sort of on the back straight towards the last few corners, so not a massive spread. Michael Avdoka is actually furthest up the track at the moment as he comes across the line. Behind him on the track then is the 2 leaders, Paul Smith and Christian Rose, onto lap 15, and they're slowing down, and I think, as Mr. Shield doesn't seem to want to cooperate straight away. There's going to be a couple of wave rounds here, I think. But we're on to lap 14 actually. Just make sure we're live. We are. That's good news. But I don't think that we might finish the race under safety car here, or it'll be a 1-lap sprint to the end once it's gone in. We'll have to see what happens with this. Place your bets now in the chat though. Who is going to win this one? Or press F to pay respect to those that we have lost this evening so far. See, the clouds have come over now, which is nice. Have a look at people's lap times. Who has got the fastest lap of the race? Jamie Rushworth, 46.991 so far. And Tom and Ben Gregory have got the wave round, I see. Mr. Harrod is going to go for Paul Smith to win the race. We'll give Ben some attention. In their Fitstyle car with a Demon Sweeps branding, Fight CRC. He's going to go chasing down Mr. Jacobs. You can see the speed these cars get with just a little bit of slipstream. And they're only in 4th gear as well. These cars do only have 4 gears. Look at the speed Ben's getting around there off Tom. See just how quickly they're closing on the rest of the field as well. The field at the top of the screen is behind the safety car on the back straight. Barely takes any time at all to catch up to them. Josh Thompson doing the same. He has a car behind him, Johnny Brandon, as they try and catch back up with said safety car. Apologies for killing the stream earlier, not quite sure why that happened, but it's all good. We're here now, apparently still streaming, apparently not dropped any frames as well, so either my frame rate's absolute shit, or it looks beautiful. So if you could give me a bit of feedback on quite what we're looking at, and that'd be great. Hopefully we're seeing it in 60 frames. Here is the field then slowed down. I believe Ben has got another go around. I think him and Tom have both got another go around, yeah. Lights are still on the safety car. I'll go on board from Ben's view as he sees it. Quite a high field of view on my screen right now. And Ben's bringing it to a stop, it seems. Not sure whether... Not sure whether he thought he had a wave round or whether he didn't. He seemed to have dropped off a lot from Tom, so it might have been confusing as to whether he wanted a wave around or not, but... Oh well. There goes Johnny Brandon, blitzing past him like he's not there, but obviously I understand he's slowed down. Diogo Melro in the field as well. Tom Jacobs still a lap down, so I think that's why Tom's there. You can see the sun's out here, but it's not out here. That's the beauty of this new update that iRacing have done. Just for good measure, I'm going to reload the textures just in case I've missed anybody's paints. Tom seems fine. There's your race leader though at the moment, Mr. Paul Smith. Mr. Baker is calling for Mr. Newman to win the race. There goes Tom flying around the outside of him. The lights on the safety car still on. They may go out this time round. Still on, so we've got another lap. Oh no, they've just gone out, so that means this will be the last lap before we go green. The field will now filter into 2x2 formation. And Stu, I've had an issue with the overlay, so I'm not sure where the nicknames are, I'm afraid. I might have to speak to Alex Simpson in the in between. I think someone to bring up right now, just to distract him a little bit. Mr. Paul Smith, well, you can see you're leading the way, Paul, with a couple of laps to go. How are you feeling towards the end of this?
Breaker, 10-4. Matt Bunn's trying to cheat.
We can just see him out to the right. We're just on board with you at the moment. He was just out to the right hand side. Then we'll just go to a TV camera. Is he?
It's not like the Donald Trump paint to be out to the right, but there you go.
Well, I can't see it on my screen, so I'm not quite sure what he's done with it. But
He's got a Donald Trump paint. That's what he's got.
Well, we'll have to. I've just reloaded the textures as well, so shame we can't see it. But all the best for these last few laps, mate. I'm sure I'll make it entertaining.
Yeah, it's gonna die in a huge fiery ball of flame.
Paul Smith there, giving it as it is. In the number 7 machine then, Jamie Rushworth is not alongside him, that's Christian Rose. Behind them is Andy Shield and Morgan Butler. Michael Avdoka 5th, Pete Newman 6th. And Pete is Dave Baker's choice for the win in this one, in this number 58 machine right here. I believe Tom Jacobs has joined back up with the pack, yeah, he is there. I think some of these guys, Sneaky Gregory and Sneaky Thompson, are holding back to try and get a run. What's going on there? A bit of a check-up, it seems. It's got a bit confusing for him. Well, here we go then. 3 laps to go. Smith leads them away. They all just filter one by one there. Rose gets in as well. There's Newman. He's got Jamie Rushworth, who's got a great run on him there. And behind these guys, Jack Stiles is miles back. It's like 2 different packs here. They're going to hope to try and keep the slipstream as they go. Paul Smith leading the way then. To a really far away camera. Here's the blimp view. You've got Andy Shield, Morgan Butler going to the outside, side by side there at the bottom of the screen. You can see Newman and Rushworth, and this camera is absolute bollocks. So let's go back to the TV one. Oh, that was a bit closer. Christian there diving down the inside. His wheels just sort of clipping the apron. unsettling the car a little bit. We're all coming on to lap 19 of 20 now. Oh, and there's contact in the background between Jacobs and Gregory. Ben Gregory on his roof. That's surely not the most fun of rides for Ben there. Really not sure how that came about. Let's have a quick look at what went on. Oh, I just got a bit close to the back of him going around there, it seems, did Tom. And Tom's in the pits also, so it's over for him. Paul Smith leading the way still. Onto the back straight they go. Well, coming off the end of the back straight now. Morgan Butler in the middle, nearly making contact with Newman, and it's Andy Shield to the fore. Michael Evdoka is on the outside as well. 2 by 2 for the first 6 places, with Jamie Rushworth looking to take this as well. Jamie surely has a fantastic view of this right now. Let's have a little jump on board with him. Kittens and rainbows all over the back of Morgan Butler's car in front of him there. And you can see the entire battle developing. Oh, there's contact between Shield. Oh, that's just a pile up in front of him. And somehow Jamie Rushworth has ended up in front of it all. The big one happens at Daytona. Rushworth isn't as quick though. It's going to be Johnny Brandon around the outside. Matt Bunn turns Rushworth around. Fucking hell. Matt Bunn taken out in the instant that he's... I don't even know what to say about that. Matt Bunn taken out by the incident he created. And there's Christian Rose. He's put it in the wall as well. Rushworth's done the same. Thompson involved. Newman second. Johnny Brandon is going to be the race winner here. Surely. Surely Johnny's going to take this one. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know what happened then, but that was just a shit show. Some cars on the infield. There's cars taking each other out in the background. Morgan Butler, Andy Shield involved. But Johnny Brandon takes your first race win of the evening. Nearly kills the pace car doing so. Pete Newman, checkers or wreckers. Christian Rose is coming onto the final straight now. Jamie Rushworth chasing him down, but I don't think he's going to get there. But that all started with... I don't even know. It's just Matt Bunn in there. Matt Bunn had a nightmare. He's on his side, sparks flying. He gets battered by Pete Newman halfway down the straight. And then there's just more incidents further along. I'm really, really hoping that I can get a better view of that. Here we go. Let's just keep pressing this button. No, it's not working. Oh. There we go then. So Matt puts Jamie down on the apron. Jamie comes back up, hits Matt. Ahead of them, where Christian Rose goes, he tries to get out of the way, ends up putting it in the wall. Thompson loses it, hits Rushworth as well. Absolute mayhem. But brilliant, brilliant fun to watch. And your race winner then out of all that is Johnny Brandon. We should have some race results. Let's just import those. There we go. And here we go then. Your race results for race 1 of the evening. Johnny Brandon wins it from Pete Newman, Christian Rose, Jamie Rushworth and Morgan Butler rounding out your top 5. Diogo Melrose 6th with Andy Shield in 7th. Matt Bunn finishes 8th in the end, apparently no time behind. Paul Smith also 9th. Real shame for Paul to get caught up in an incident as well. Michael Evdoka 10th with Josh Thompson in 11th. Jack Stiles 12th. Ben Gregory 13th. Tom Jacobs 14th. Stuart McFadden didn't take the start. But that seemed like a right good laugh. Right good laugh, that. But as it stands now then, I believe it should be time for a driver interview. And if we are going to bring anybody in, I think it best to bring in race winner Johnny Brandon. Johnny, that was an absolute fuckfest to say the least, wasn't it?
That's one way to describe it, yeah.
Bit of a mess, that one. We saw that somehow you made it through. I mean, there was just a lot of crashes in front of you, and it was like parting of the seas, I suppose, for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I made it through that. It was a lot of fun, though.
Seemed like a good barrel of laughs. I'm just trying to find a decent shot of you going through the start there as you managed to do it. So, yeah, I mean, I saw Mr. Shield and Mr. Evdoka there, as we've just seen on the broadcast, upside down, backwards in front of you. Rushworth was slow, and then obviously Bunn while all that was going on, Mr. Bunn decided to just turn him around, it seems, and cause a massive accident.
Yeah, you probably got a better idea of what happened than I have. I was just driving we had Josh behind me, and suddenly there was just clouds of smoke in front, and shut my eyes and come out with a clear track. So yeah, happy.
Well, that's what you want from it, mate. Well,
It's funny listening to the chat and hearing all the guys screaming involved in a massive crash. Yeah, great fun.
well, I do plan on jumping in a little bit when it's all kicking off in the Rallycross, so we'll see how that goes. But next up, we've got Formula 3s. Now it's a bit more down to earth for you guys because this is more serious. Do you reckon you'll do all right in that?
I don't think there's too much serious going on at the moment.
I can't imagine there will be, mate. Well, best of luck anyway, and we'll speak to you in the next one.
Lovely.
Race winner there, Johnny Brandon. Absolutely loving life this time round, and I'm sure that he says it's not getting serious. These guys are all competitive. We all know that. They'll be looking for some fantastic racing at Donington in the Formula 3 cars not long from now. Just going to bring up this lovely old slide here for you, and we will be back very, very soon. You know what? Fuck it, I'm bored. What we're going to do is we're going to jump into the chat and say hello to everyone. How did you find that all went? That was a bit of a mess to watch.
That was style ruining my life.
Oi!
I apologised.
Matt causing carnage.
Yep.
Ben telling me to bump him and then finding it funny when he gets bumped off.
By you.
Well, it was absolutely amazing to watch. There was a lot of accidents, and I didn't really know where to look towards the end. There was that many crashes. It was just a bit of a... described it in an interview with Johnny Brandon as a fuck fest, so... Yeah,
The one that took out half the field, I think, was my favourite. On the last lap.
Indeed. Well, you've got Donington Formula 3 cars now, which we're just loading into. What's everyone's thoughts on that? Because I've said to Johnny this might be a bit more serious, but he said it's not serious.
I'm going to die.
First, says Paul Smith.
It's very slippery.
What conditions are we looking at? What sort of weather have you guys got?
It's dry.
Spicy weather, okay.
It's dry.
Well, I'll update the overlay to say weather conditions are spicy.
Oh, Stu!
Spicy.
Spicy weather. So,
See weather.
yeah, we'll have to...
broadcast looks insane. Looks fucking brilliant.
I hope you're all enjoying it anyway.
Great.
Good luck for the next one, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Love you, Chaz.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
And they are the people that I deal with on a regular basis, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, there's no fucking ladies here. What are we on about? Just going to update the Godode overlay. So we've got Donington Park, if I can spell it correctly. You can hear lovely typing away. There you go. So, thoughts on that one? What do you reckon? What are we thinking? Gonna put some music back on. There we go. Love it. We do have images, I believe. There we go. These Formula 3 cars have really fucked up noses, don't they? They just look a bit strange. That's Diogo Melro in the Team Mad car. currently going, well, way off. Oh, well that's nice. Let's hide the UI. Mr. Udoka out on track also. We're on the Grand Prix layout of the circuit this evening, so we'll get some nice lighting effects, I believe. Ben Gregory is currently doing the fastest lap of the race. Please, baby Jesus, don't let the invisible fire burn my friend. I'm not quite sure what you were on about, Mr. McNally. If you could please clarify. I don't know whether that's a Geordie phrase or something. Go on board with Mr. Gregory. Roll bar view nice and off to the side like it would be on TV. We'll shut this shit music up. Just listen to that Formula 3 car going up the gears. Oh, he's changed down a lot there. Big bit of understeer in the final corner. Michael Udoka fastest at the moment. You can see on the left-hand side there, we'll get the best lap times up. Nearly 9/10 of a second ahead of anyone is there, Mr. Michael Udoka. Jamie Rushworth is on track as well. Christian Rose has just come out. No, he's not. That's a fucking bare-faced lie. Mr. Jacobs, white, black and blue, running the number 10. Ah, okay. I see. It was a Talladega Nights reference. Should have got that. I do apologise. Tom Jacobs there in the number 10 car for Beast Racing, going down Craner Curbs. And this very odd camera. Matt Bunn has gone second fastest, as you can see on the left. Michael Udoka, a 1:20.1. Oh, Matt spun. There you go. It's finally happened on stream. You can laugh your bollocks off. Matt spun. We'll have a look at it as well. Let's watch it once again. Here he goes. Love it. Didn't quite spin, I suppose, but he gave it everything he's got. Let's look at Ben Gregory. Look at Ben Gregory, he tells it. That's the end of practice then. Very, very quick practice session there. As the guys will now be preparing to go for the next one. Just deleting some bollocks off here so I can get all the results and things in for the next race. Oh no, Mr. Jack Ashton. It's Mr. Matt Spun. I was going to put the funny names in and call him Twat Spun, but I didn't think he'd be too pleased with that. We look back from Ben Gregory then. That's Tom Jacobs behind. Not quite sure who else is with him there. Not as easy to visually identify these cars. Jamie Rushworth in the number 1 car. It's like being at Donington Park, this, watching Formula 3 cars go around. Done that a few times in the in watching the British GT Championship. Carrying quite a lot of speed through that chicane of these guys. We've got on board with the number 16 car, Morgan Butler. Oh, Diogo's gone off track somewhere. Let's have a quick look. Oh, I don't know what he's trying to do here. Behind the number 21 car, that's Mr. Pete Harrod. So Pete Harrod has joined in. Great to see Pete out there. Oh, well, there goes Diogo, and that's what happened to him. And here is Pete. You can see the sun not deciding whether it's out or not there. Someone with a bit of smoke on the tarmac. Some of these guys slowing down to try and get some clear air, I think. Michael Udoka is one of them. Not that he's competitive at all. We'll go on board with Michael for his lap then. We even do cockpit view. Here we go then. See that big dildo aerial in front of him. Down the straight into turn 1, onto the brakes into Redgate. Try and not clip the grass on the inside, on the outside. Michael Udoka, ladies and gentlemen. That's beautiful. We'll go and look at Mr. Shield. It's getting a bit overcast down there. The sun is definitely behind some cloud. There's Jacobs just going over the hill. It's Mr. Shield in the number 9 machine for CQR. Pete Harrod is apparently the only one to have qualified so far with a 1:39.8. I'm not quite sure how he's done that when there wasn't even 1:39 of the session gone. Sounds like someone's gone around. Mr. Smith has gone off track. Paul in the number 13 machine, unlucky for him. Oh, it's just that weight transfer as the car goes left to right. Shame for Paul. Stuart McFadden on pole position at the moment, ahead of Christian Rose, Matt Bunn, Jamie Rushworth, Ben Gregory, Andy Shield, Newman, Harrod. Lovely light in there from the sunset. Oh, Paul getting all sort of fishtail on the go there. Great stuff. Morgan Butler, 9th on the grid. Johnny Brandon goes 9th with a 1:23.5 and then spins it at turn 1. Stu McFadden on pole at the moment then. Here he is in the number 8 machine. Great job by Stu so far. Car spinning in front of him. Not quite sure who that was. Jack Stiles has gone off track for a long time here. Let's have a check at what Jack's done. There you go. Once again, the sun not deciding whether it's out or not. He's just gone wide. Is he going to spin it? He nearly got it together. It's going to flick the other way, is it? Nope. He's going off into the grass. I'm sure it sounded good. Yeah, he's a bit annoyed there. But you can hear the fantastic noise of the Formula 3 car. Here he's back on a lap. And Josh Thompson has gone nearly a second faster than anyone, with a 1:19.3. And that is why he races for Thrustmaster Mivano, I suppose. He's a very, very quick boy. And Chom Jacobs is out on his chout lap for Beast Racing. Oh, he's giving it everything through the old hairpin. Halfway through qualifying. Oh, and that's Ben off track in front of him. Rushworth, Gregory and Newman are on their outlaps. Oh, and has Ben gone around? Well, he's had a slide at least. Avdoka, 4th there with a 1:20.7. Morgan Butler apparently off the track. You can see also the little number squares on the left-hand side. When they go red, that means someone has gone off the track. And Matt Bunn, as you can see, is off track for a couple of seconds there. Rushworth now doing the same. Brake discs glowing on Tom's car. I hope you're enjoying this so far anyway. I'm certainly enjoying broadcasting it for you. It's a very, very good laugh. I'm living on the edge of my seat here because I happen to know that my girlfriend's coming around at some point soon, and she's told me that she's just going to walk in and scare the shit out of me, so I'm looking over my shoulder every so often, in all honesty. But there goes Tom then on his lap. Not set a lap so far. He's done his personal best, sector 1. He wants to do a clean lap. Clean, as Tom would say. In the number 10 machine. Jack Stiles is off the track, as you can see. Through the chicane, trying not to get an off track. Decent run through there by Tom, to be fair. Into the last 2 hairpins then. It's always a nightmare to get the car slowed down there. Carries a good bit of momentum on the exit, foot down, going up the gears. Christian Rose at 1:20.0 puts it second on the grid with only a couple of minutes to go. Tom on the brakes, turns it in, final corner, needs to get the rear end nice and planted out of there. Goes for the line. And that's a 1:21.5, puts him 9th on the grid ahead of Jack Stiles and Johnny Brandon and Pete Newman. Goes straight onto another lap. Here is Josh Thompson, currently fastest. Going into the second to last corner, back up the hill. Out the final corner he goes. Doesn't let it run wide onto the curb, and across the line he's got a 119.3 to beat, and is a 130.3, so that must have been an outlap surely. Michael Avdoka is on an outlap as well. He's probably going to be the last guy to qualify now. There's a couple of cars together partway through the field. Michael trying to get a bit of clear air once again. And the number 989 car. God, I hate triple numbers, Mike. Come on. Mr. Styles has gone off track again recently. Let's have a little look at that. It's going to be coming into McLean's. Oh. A little bit of a blink there, and he spins it, flicks it the other way, and he goes off for a nice little bit of Rallycross in a Formula 3 car there. Nicely done, Jack. Well done. Straight back on with it. Off he goes. Matt Bunn has just gone up the order into 5th with a 120.4. Nice lap there by Matt. Matt's always been quite handy in cars like this. Oh, who's that off the track in front of him? That's Mr. Gregory. Was the car going the wrong way there? Not quite sure who that was. Oh, Ben just goes off on his own accord there. Very interested to see who that was going the wrong way in the background. I'll have to try and quickly cycle through. There's Tom in the gravel, Jamie Rushworth. I believe it was Mr. Rushworth. Yep. He's just turning the car around, it seems, so fair play to him, fair play. Let's see who's getting on and where they are. Diogo Melro is not on track, I don't think. I lie, it was the camera. There he is. Out of the second to last. Oh, you can hear the wheel spin from the rear wheels there as he comes up the hill. Into the second to last corner. A couple of guys on their outlaps, so with 10 seconds to go, this qualifying session is about to heat up. Melro goes 12th. Tom Jacobs is 6th at the moment. Brilliant stuff. I didn't notice that he got up that high, so he's done very, very well for himself there, and a 20.8 session is over then. Let's have a quick look at the track map. See who is where when it comes to a lap then. 10th at the moment, Jack Styles coming across the line. He does not improve. 21.7. I think that might have been him going on to a lap actually. Johnny Brandon coming to the end of a lap then. Into the final corner now. Currently 11th with a 122.0. Nearly 3 seconds off the pace of Josh Thompson. You can tell Josh has put a lot of time in this car already. And he improves, but that's pretty much all she wrote. Diogo Melro. Stuart McFadden has gone second. Christian Rose comes out the final corner. And across the line he goes. Back into second ahead of Stu McFadden. And 12th overall, Diogo Melro now trying to get another lap out of it. He's going to be the last car to qualify. Across the line he goes. And it's an improvement up to 10th for Diogo Melro. So that should give us a grid then. Let's just pull that in. Here we go. And you are right, Mr. McCauley. It does look like it's going to be an easy one. So here we are then from the XMAS party. Donington Park Spicy Edition, according to Matt Bunn. Josh Thompson pops it on pole position alongside Christian Rose. Stu McFadden is third alongside Michael Avdoka on the second row. Matt Bunn fifth, fantastic. Sixth from Tom Jacobs, to be fair. He won't mind me saying I wasn't expecting him to be up there against these boys. Jamie Rushworth seventh, Ben Gregory eighth. Andy Shield is ninth, Diogo Melro is 10th. Jack Styles in car 11 is in 11th place. Johnny Brandon is in 12th, with Pete Newman and Pete Harrod making it an all-Pete 7th row. Morgan Butler 15th, Paul Smith 16th, and Nickel Foggy 17th. So we should have lights any moment now then. And we'll very, very quickly grab a word with Tom. Tom, fantastic qualifying for you. That I just said I wasn't really expecting you to be up there. I'm not sure you're in the same boat, are you?
Well, somewhat certain someone called Thompson's helped me out with the setup, so.
Okay, well we'll we'll pin it onto to Josh helping as well then.
Yeah, we will.
This should be a good amount of fun. Lights should be coming on just now for you. So best of luck with it,
Yeah.
mate.
Cheers, mate. We'll have some fun. Enjoy the broadcast.
Tom is also streaming tonight again. For anyone that didn't hear earlier, he's on twitch.tv/SpookGTI. And here we go then. The lights are coming on. The second race of the evening. They're away. And a fantastic start on the third row of the grid there from Matt Bunn. He's gone straight through the middle of Stuart McFadden and Michael Avdoka, and down the inside into turn 1 then it's Josh Thompson in the lead. As we look further and further down the field, doesn't seem like anybody. Oh, there's someone off on the inside. There's a couple of guys who've oversteered it onto the infield there. Not quite sure how they've managed that. Paul Smith, one of them, Morgan Butler as well, not having the best of times. But Josh Thompson leads them through the old hairpin. Side-by-side action behind them. Michael Avdoka involved in this as well. He's got Ben Gregory. Tom Jacobs is there as well. Tom's lost 2 places so far. He's not going to be too happy with that for his start. Ben down the inside of Avdoka. Oh, Matt Bunn's gone backwards. He's rolling back on the track. He just keeps it off. Not quite sure how he managed that, but we'll have a quick look then. See how he did. Is he going to lose it himself, or is he going to make contact? He runs. Oh, he just goes a bit aggressive into McLean's. And that's all she wrote. Josh Thompson then still leading the way from Christian Rose, and Stuart McFadden is in third. Stuart going late on the brakes, lighting up those discs. Jamie Rushworth is fourth, 3 places gained. He's had a brilliant start. Michael Avdoka fifth. Pete Newman, oh, there's a fuckfest behind. Pete Newman's got Benetton livery on, looks brilliant, but it's not gone well for him there. Jacobs involved, out of all people we could have spoken to and got involved. Well, let's have a look at what happened then. Oh, wow. Now, I'm not really sure how Pete managed that, but something went on afterwards. Diogo Melro gets going, and oh, he just gets clipped by Matt as he tries to get away. Fucking hell. Boys. I really, really want to know how Pete Newman managed that, because that was just... Here he is then. Oh, he just locked it on the brakes. Something went completely wrong on the brakes, and he just got blindsided into the other guys. That would have scared the shit out of anyone, no matter who you are. We've had another guy off the track there. Johnny Brandon's gone off track, only for half a second. Diogo Melrose come into the pits. Stuart McFadden is now second. He has got past Christian Rose for second place. Let's see how that was done. Coming down the straight into turn 1. Oh, nicely done by Stu. Round the outside. Is he going to keep it? Look at the commitment around there. Brilliant. Awesome stuff by Stu. He's going to get that done down the Craners. Committed racing by Stu there. Brilliant. Great to watch. Go back live then. Jamie Rushworth is in 4th place, 3 places gained. We've got Paul Smith off the track. Oh, something's gone awry for Paul. Not quite sure how that happened. Let's have a look. It's just a race of replays so far. I do apologise. Is he just going to light up the rears on exit? Yep, easy to do. This Formula 3 car isn't the most powerful bit of kit in the world, but it is quite easy to light up those rears. Nickel Foggy in the race as well, which I didn't notice. I do apologise, Nickel. Car 18. He must have started last on the grid. Oh, Christian Rose and Stu have gone off. Christian got the place back again. Stu down the inside into McLean's. Are they both just going to go off on the outside? Oh, a bit of contact and they're both off. Managed to keep it going though, just about. They got very, very lucky there. Oh, Tom's gone off track as well somewhere, I think. It says he went off track anyway. Oh, I think he just got out of the way there. Yeah, he was just getting out of the way of the boys. Fair play. Thompson still leads the way then, and he's got a 6-second lead almost over the rest of the field, but this is getting really spicy behind Christian Rose now. Oh, and around in the background. That's Johnny Brandon. This is Rose and McFadden, and behind them you've got... oh, well, you did have Jamie Rushworth, but Jamie's decided to go and meet the wall for a laugh. And he's not even had a bottle of wine tonight, is Mr. Rushworth, but... well, That's fucked his chance of getting a win anyway. I don't think anyone's going to get a win if Josh Thompson's anything to do with it. But this is a great battle here between McFadden and Rose. These guys have been scrapping all race long, but Michael Avdoka is behind them as well. Jack Stiles flying down the order. What have you done, Jacka boy? His eyebrows must have got in the way. Morgan Butler's gone off track as well. It's just, oh, look at it. There's just cars going off track everywhere here. Jack Stiles has come back on the track and jumped to the pits. I'm trying to get it to stop. Oh, he's in the wall. Matt's gone off the track as well. Matt's done the same thing. Oh, it's a shit show. Shit show, boys. So we look at biggest movers then. Nickel Foggy is that biggest mover at the moment, as he always is, jammy bastard. 9th place overall. McFadden and Rose still going at it. Final corner then. McFadden leads it out there. Rose trying to get along with him. Let's go on board with Christian. Down the inside he goes. Ahead of Stu. Now they head down the crane as Stu's going to get a really good run here. I think he's just holding back a bit, or is he? Nah, this is Stuart McFadden we're talking about. Oh, he brakes a little bit early. Jamie's got the commitment through the corner. Nicely done. I'm sure it won't be long before Stu closes back up again. Tom's still out there on track as well, albeit a lap down. Jack Stiles is out of the race, it seems. Diogo Melro is also out of the race. Oh, McFadden a little bit wide there. Christian's going to gain a bit of time on him. Looking at the battles going on. Oh, Rushworth. Harrod is off as well. Not quite sure how Jamie did that. He was fighting with Pete. They've got Nickel Foggy behind them. Oh, Jamie boy. Pete goes off just on his own accord. Well, seems his car... Oh, well, there's another car around there. That's Paul Smith. Mr. Smith has had an issue. It's probably just that weight transfer again from the left to right. Oh, he's hit the curb and it's unsettled the car. Johnny Brendan's apparently crashed. This is just as Paul went round. Is Johnny just going to lose it on the brakes? Yep. When you're braking really hard in this thing, it's easy to do. Very easy to do. Looking at battles on track then, Pete Harrod and Nickel Foggy, two closest cars on track. I eat my words, ladies and gents. It's Stu McFadden who has disappeared. Stu has just disappeared out of nowhere. He's dropping down the order, so I don't know whether he's... He must have disconnected or something, Stu, there. So we go back to the closest battle on track between Foggy and Harrod. These two both really quick in anything you put them in, to be honest. They're only in the midfield at the moment because of poor qualifying. I don't think Nickel actually qualified at all. Yeah, they're all flying past Stu McFadden as he's going down the order, unfortunately. Must have been a disconnection for him. Oh no, Pete Harrod! He's a fan of a drift, is Pete, but he's just binned it through the chicane. He's going to light up the rears, get it going again. Nice little burnout though, Pete. Love it. I'm out, says Stu. Real unfortunate there. Well, Josh Thompson, 8.1 second lead for Josh now. So he's going to be a very happy boy. See the intervals between all the drivers there. Closest on the track is Butler and Newman at the moment. Here they are. Pete Newman chasing him down. We go on board with that very lovely Benetton liveried car. Let's just piss about with this. Oh, let's do it as if it's Forza. There you go. Pete Newman in the Forza cam. Get your controllers out. It's just painful, isn't it? Looks like F197 from this angle. Oh, a bit unsettled through the old hairpin there for Pete. And the whole field is pretty much spaced out now, actually. Bit of a spread. Matt Bunn's gone off track. See how he did it from the Forza cam. He's going to do it at McLean's, isn't he? Oh, just a bit too committed through there, Matt. Oh, Tom's gone off track, apparently. Let's have a look at what he's done. Oh, it just goes around on him. Guess it spun around though, fair play. We go back 5 then. Pete Harrod and Paul Smith close together on track now. Paul chasing Pete down. There is the Yorkshireman. You can see those intervals all changing. And there they go, they're off your screen now, so piss off. Nickel Foggy. Apparently. Oh, well, he's doing a bit of grass tracking there is Nickel. Behind him is Rushworth, and Pete Harrod is a long way back from him, so I'm not quite sure who that is. I think that's Tom, actually. It is. Tom's got a great view now as Rushworth closes in on Foggy. We've got a front row seat. Oh, nearly losing it on the brakes. It's easy to do. Tom does actually have a play seat in a Formula setup sort of thing right now. Oh, Matt Bunn's crashed. Matt Bunn has apparently crashed. Is he just going to bin it through the chicane? Oh. I wondered how long it'd be. Decent recovery though. Right into the middle of that battle. But that scared the shit out of him. We'll have to have a quick look at that from Tom Jacobs' view. You'll just see a Mr. Bunn. There he is on the right hand side. Hopping along the grass and suddenly he's part of the battle. Brilliant. On lap 9, it's a 15-minute race. Josh Thompson now has an 8.6 second lead over Christian Rose. He's pretty much on his own now. Michael Avdoka in third, still chasing him down. Ben Gregory's fourth, just coming out of the hairpin. Andy Shield, well, that's a commentator's curse if I've ever seen one. You just look at the boy and he crashes it. He's got back round though and he's got going. Johnny Brandon's another 10 seconds back, but this is the battle to look at. Brandon, Rushworth and Foggy. Let's not do that. We'll get the good old battle box up. You can see the live time in the bottom right there. Tom Jacobs still on the back of these boys, making it an enjoyable race for himself at least. These guys are the closest on track at the moment. Nickel Foggy on the back of Jamie Rushworth, who has a slightly damaged front wing actually, does Jamie. So that car might not be handling to its best potential. We'll go on board with the World GT Champion, two-time World GT Champion. Look at the speed there, the slipstream. Down the inside goes Foggy, but doesn't get it done. Rushworth carries the momentum around the outside. Matt Bunn has gone off the track again. Oh, there he is on the left, flying back down the order. Foggy trying to get this done on Jamie Rushworth here, but it's just not working for him yet. Oh, a bit unsettled in front of them there. It's not quite worked out for Johnny Brandon. And Foggy and Brandon, two teammates, of course. Foggy goes through. Jacobs back into this now. Brandon's filled that gap that was between the two of them. Not long to go now. 1 minute to go in this race. But this is easily the best battle on track right now between Rushworth, Foggy and Brandon. As Foggy blinks a little bit. Scottish internet is letting him down. I'm not quite sure how Matt's done that, but no, it's showing us him out of the race now anyway. He's just commented on the chat and I did wonder. Oh, Foggy is blinking a good bit. it's not going to be the best thing for Johnny Brandon to see. But he's lost a bit of time to him actually here. So it's not the greatest of races for him this time around, is Johnny, but I don't think it's the sort of car he normally drives. But we'll definitely be having an interview with this man at the end of the race, Mr. Josh Thompson. He's going to be bored out of his fucking skin at the moment. He's just driven away with it. But I'm sure he'll find something to whinge about. He's stuck his neck out for this one, I think you could say. He's coming up to the back of Pete Newman. He's going around the outside of Pete Newman. Pete doing the very gentlemanly thing there to get out of his way. Through McLean's. And this is going to be the final lap for Josh. Foggy is ahead of Rushworth. Let's have a quick look at how it happened. Surely it's going to be out of the chicane down to the hairpin. Look at the pressure Nichols putting him under. Yeah, nice little move for him there. Nicely played. But with only a couple of corners left then, you've got to hand it to Josh Thompson. He's done a great job. Foggy's actually gone off the track and lost 2 places. And he's gone to the pits. Really not sure what's happened to Foggy. We'll have a quick look at that in a second, but out of the final corner, Josh Thompson takes the win in the second race of the evening. Great drive by Josh. Always quick. Shows what he can do. But I'm sure the miserable bastard will whinge about it in some way. Nickel Foggy then, let's have a look. Going down the crane, is he going to clip the grass? No. Is he going to... Oh, is he going to put it in the wall on the right? Oh, no. Oh, Nickel, you silly twat. What are you doing? Fucking hell, that's a big hit, that. Nickel bloody Foggy. There he goes. Christian Rose. Donuts in the gravel. Donuts from Michael Avdoka as well. Great stuff. Oh! Oh, that looked quite painful. I believe that was Mr. Gregory. It certainly was. Hits his teammate. Somehow doesn't damage the car of Michael Avdoka. And there's Mr. Jacobs in there as well. Couple of guys doing all the burnouts. But that was great to watch. Really good fun, that. And we should, I say should, we should grab an interview with race winner. Josh, you, well, you just drove away with that one, mate. I said you'd probably find something to whinge about. How did it feel out front on your own?
Very understeering.
Oh, well, there you go. Bloody Nora.
It was good. It was good. Don't worry about it. But no, it's quite good actually. Just did a bit of race running, prepping for the official this week.
Well, at least it can come in handy, I suppose. But Donington's always a good fun track in cars like this. Did it feel like it was the sort of fun that you'd expect from this sort of racing? I know you weren't really battling with anyone, but does it feel good to drive essentially around here?
Yeah, it actually feels really good. Probably one of the best combos that our racing have got at the moment. So definitely everyone should try it.
Well, I can't drive the F3 car to save my fucking life, so it's not going to be something that I'm trying. It's what?
Neither can Tom or half a grid.
Well, that's just not nice. But yeah, it's very true. Anyway, I'll chuck you back in with the rest of the fuckers, and I'll bring someone else up. Mr. Bunn, we saw quite an interesting tactic from you in that one. Jumping across the grass and, well, just essentially just going for it wherever you can to try and gain a bit of time. How did you feel in that one?
I got a flat tyre and it took me off the track, and I only had one way to go, basically. Yeah, that's about it, really. Felt good.
Well, it's a shame that I didn't know iRacing had random punctures involved, but well, you are the living proof right now, I suppose.
Yeah, it was a hidden feature in today's update.
Ah, okay, that's fair enough. Then, well, I'll make sure I warn the other boys as well for the next few races. But 2 more to go. We've got what have we got next, actually?
Legends at Tsubaka.
Yeah, no one can say that fucking name, right? Anyway, it's,
I don't even know.
Well, it's time to get out of this session, and yeah, we'll jump on into the next one. I suppose it'll be up any second, won't it?
Yeah, it should be fun. So I think there's some good paints going on in this one.
I've not seen any. I can't see any daft paints for some reason. I don't know why Trading Paints isn't doing it for me, but I've not got
You
anything.
just tried a quick refresh, or that has been playing up for me.
Yeah. Well,
But
we'll see.
yeah, it should be fun.
Nice one. We'll
It's
speak
been
to you
fun so far.
Well, thank you very much for hosting it, mate. It's a pleasure to be doing this for you. And we'll speak to you in a bit.
Yeah, I'll chat to you soon, mate.
Matt Bunn there, key of organising this evening. And, well, it's time to go to another little Legends around Tsubaka's house, eh, Christian? Well, hey! Sounds a bit fun. But we will jump out of Das Sim. We'll get this lovely, wonderful screen up. And we will be back very, very soon. Gonna put some sexy music on for you, because, you know, I'm a legend like that. Back in a minute. We brought Mr. Styles into the booth.
Hello.
Jack had a bit of a strange accident in our last one. If you want to walk us through it, Jack.
It's quite simple. I can't drive a Formula 3 car. However hard I bloody try, it just won't go through a corner. Like, I just turn in. No, I'm in the grass and I'm in a wall. I thought, well, no, nothing else loves me in life. I thought that wall might, but I was wrong. It hurt.
Fucking hell, that got deep. Well, we caught the accident where you put it in a wall, and I think Matt Bunn did the same, and then Nickel Foggy did the same thing as well. So it seemed like a bit of a recurring theme around the old Hemper.
I feel like it's the Wall of Champions at Donington, just the Wall of Idiots instead.
Well, yeah, to be fair, if anyone can get a replay back to me of that event, I think we could make a screenshot out of that and make a nice little image. The Wall of Idiots.
The Wall of Idiots, being Matt and Nickel Foggy.
It's become a new theme, but how do you feel tonight's going? Is it a good laugh back in El Chateau?
Absolutely brilliant. The race at Daytona was mental. I mean, I apologise for Tom for taking him out, but no, it's absolutely hilarious, and I have a feeling that both the Legends and the Rallycross cars are going to be absolutely hilarious, and I honestly cannot remember my way around Tsubaka to save my life, even though it's 4 corners.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting, I think it's 15-minute race, and then the Rallycross is just going to be an absolute clusterfuck. There's no other way of thinking of it. It's just going to be mental.
Well, the session is now up, so any moment now we should be able to get in. And
Good hell, Jazz.
well, to watch these legends go around is always a good laugh, no matter what track you're on. But when you're at Tsubaka's house, as apparently Christian Rose is putting it in the chat,
Yes.
it should be really good fun actually, because it's quite a small compact circuit and a small compact car, isn't it?
It is, and I'm quite excited for the circuit. I mean, obviously, for those who don't know, I do commentary like yourself, Chaz, and I've commentated on everything from IndyCar to Mazda MX-5s, and okay, Legends is something I've never had the pleasure of commentating on, but I just have a feeling here it's just going to be messy, and I think, if I'm honest, I think I'd rather be where you're sat, Chaz, than where I'm going to be sat.
Well, it certainly is fun from this angle, and of course I'm hoping everyone's enjoying watching as well. We'll be back in the sim in just a moment's time, and for the next 2 races then, Jack, I'm sure I'll be speaking to you a little bit later, but best of luck, mate.
Oh, yes, indeed. I'm going to release the eyebrows in the next 2.
See you in a bit, buddy.
See you in a bit.
Jack Styles there, owner and manager of Fitstyle Motorsport and iRacing. Those boys do a fantastic job, it must be said. There's a lot of them, and takes a lot of managing, but they do a good job. We will also bring in Mr. Christian Rose. Chris, you had a bit of an eventful race in that one. That seemed like a really good scrap that you had going on until Stu's shit internet brought him out of it.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. Yeah, wheel to wheel. He did break my car slightly with an ambitious move, to say the least. But that was good fun. It was a good scrap up to then. You know, at least with probably defending a bit more robustly than I could in an official race, because I know how Stu's gonna battle me. So I was able to push the limits a bit more on squeezing and stuff like that.
Well, did you feel it was a good car track combo around there?
Yeah. Oh, the Formula 3 car's actually fantastic. You've really got a great mix of high and low speed corners, so it's great.
Good times. And now, obviously, into the legendary Tsukuba. It's a bit of a strange car track combo, really. Small track, small car. But have you driven the Legend at all? Because I've only done like a couple of laps around it for a lap.
I think I've driven the Legend on this service for many, many years. So it'll be an experience. I haven't driven the circuit yet, so.
Well, it's a very good fun circuit to drive, I can tell you that much.
This will be fun.
Yeah, there's a couple of shit liveries I can see already. Matt Bunn's got that very typical rusty car that everyone seems to have.
Boring.
But yeah, this should be a good laugh, mate, and hopefully you'll get a result out of it either way.
Can I just quickly mention that Bunn's how he said Tsukuba is absolutely fantastic. I think we should petition them to rename the circuit after Tsubaka.
I'm sure they will.
Service it to tennis. However, there's got to be a tedious link somewhere.
There must be, mate. There must be. Well, the track's about the size of a tennis court anyway. It's got as much grass on it, so you never know what can. There
we are.
Come out of it.
Well, yeah. I think you found the link.
Well, yeah. You never know, mate. There's a bit of AstroTurf on the middle of the hairpin that we're looking at right now, so maybe there's one.
Let's see if I can serve someone an ace.
For God's sake. Well, we'll keep our eyes out for it, mate. All the best in this one, and I'll join you all for the Rallycross one in a little bit.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, buddy. Christian Rosero CQR. Always a good laugh, as you can tell. Just looking at the cars out on track now, then, as they practice for the third race of the evening. One more race, of course, to come after this. We'll be doing an immense Rallycross round at the Sonoma circuit, where I believe, and I hope, that we'll be able to get 20 cars on track at once in the finale of the evening, which should be really, really good fun. I hope you're all enjoying it so far. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to do this for these guys. Been working with them all for quite a while, and I hope that this has been an entertaining stream for you guys, and I hope the racing has been covered well enough as well. Only just really halfway as well, so this should just get better and better. These Legends, of course, right little handfuls when they want to be. They've got a good bit of power behind them, but they're only small, so they're not. Well, it's just the wheelbase of them, as we see Pete Harrod there in. Well, that's a blast from the past. It's his Rockstar Energy livery that I actually made him for his Kia Club Series car when he won the championship. And of course, he's wearing the big bold number 1. Jamie Rushworth in the number 3 machine, apparently not out on track. Here is Ben Gregory in the 113 Fitstyle car. Andy Shield, fastest in practice so far. Nice bit of drifting going on by Andy as he spins it, so it wasn't really a drift, but points for effort. Diogo Melro there in the number 4 machine. Johnny Brandon also out on track. They do make a good sound, these Legends cars, as well. I'm still looking over my shoulder in case Daft's girlfriend walks in and scares the shit out of me, as I'm sure she pretty much will anytime soon. So only a minute or so left of this practice session then, as we watch Morgan Butler go round. You'll go on board with this so you can listen to this thing. I believe they're motorbike engines, I'm pretty sure they are, because they're small and they rev their tits off. Just doesn't want to turn around there, does it? Look at the lock that Morgan's having to put on. It's great how you can see all the fiberglass on the inside of the car. really, if I'm honest with you. I don't know what to expect from this. There's Mr. Styles giving it style. Done that a couple of times tonight, where we just go to a car and it's spinning. How are we all in the chat? Is everybody enjoying themselves? Mr. Avdoka, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I hope you are having a good night watching it, sir. But how is El Chato? Is everyone having a good time? Just waiting for the session to end now. Just another minute or so. We will be joining the guys in the chat for the last round of the evening as well. So it may get a bit shouty and a bit loud. I'll apologise in advance for that. But it's bound to make it more and more entertaining as the night goes on. And we'll bring in Mr. Shield for a quick chat. Andy, bit of a strange car track combo this.
Yeah, I thought it would just add a bit of spice to an already spicy evening.
Oh aye, well we've seen already that we're at Donington Park Spicy Edition on the overlay. So this just adds to it, I suppose. Even further spice to add in.
Yeah, I spent a bit of time trying to get a setup ready for this. Put a lot of effort in, trying to make myself competitive. And we'll see what happens, Chaz.
Hopefully. That's if everyone makes it around lap 1. As the practice session finishes there, mate, we will allow you to go and qualify if you can get it around a lap.
We'll see, won't we? Open qualifying. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, God. Right. Well, good luck, mate. If you can survive, then, yeah, all the best.
Cheers, buddy.
Mr. Shield there. In the US of A right now as well. We'll go to a Blimpy boy. Ben Gregory. Look at this. Oh, God. Look at these lot. Look at these lot. It's like watching Micro Machines. My sim really doesn't do well with that gearbox camera. I do apologise if the frame rate is poor. Oh, we've got UI all of a sudden. Piss off. Who is that? Mr. Shield drifting. Oh, well. I did say if he got it round a lap, and he hasn't really succeeded in that at the moment, as gets it going once again. Jamie Rushworth there. Pete Harrod getting competitive, trying to find a bit of clear air. Here he goes then. We'll stay on board with Pete Harrod for a lap of Tsukuba. As a drifter, I'm sure that Harry? Why? No. Pete Harrod, I'm sure, will be very happy to be driving this circuit. He is a very keen drifter, not just on iRacing, but in real life. And there is actually videos on my YouTube channel before of him drifting this car around. He's very good at controlling it, so we might see some more of those drifty poos tonight. We've got a couple of guys going off track. Matt's gone off track. Sindre Setsas is in this session as well. He's also gone off track, apparently. Oh, Pete really correcting that rear end. Pete's got a car behind him on track as well, actually. Not quite sure who that is. A little bit of grass there for Pete, but I don't think he got an off track from it. We're going to keep our eyes on the timing table on the left-hand side. You'll see people's best lap times coming up as they get along. Ben Gregory 103.4, Melro 103.6, 105.2 by Jacobs. 102.9 Johnny Brandon, pole position for Johnny so far. Anyone else beating those times? Harrod 103.2, so Pete goes second. Christian Rose with a 104.0. Jamie Rushworth is on a lap at the moment. A bit of a damaged front end maybe on that car. Bit difficult to tell sometimes. as he gets a big slide on through there, nicely held. Josh Thompson hasn't done a lap yet. Oh, the number 12 car is around. That is Morgan Butler. These things sound brilliant. And Sindre Setsas coming out of turn 1. Down towards the hairpin. I believe that's been Mr. Ben Gregory behind him. Oh, there's a spin there. That must have been Ben. No, it's not Ben Gregory. It must have been. No, it's not a Styly boy. Right, who the fuck was it? It was Pete Newman. There you go, because he's in the pits. Johnny Brandon still on pole. Matt Bunner 104.5. 104.4 for Rushworth. So Tom is currently bottom of the people that have qualified. Josh Thompson understandably puts it on pole. Oh, there's a crash. Ben Gregory, I think. Was it Ben? Let's have a look. It wasn't Mr. Gregory. I think it was... Oh, Mr. Melrose had an incident. Oh, it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. Diogo there in what is, I believe, a Pokemon livery. Beautiful stuff. But Josh Thompson then. Fastest at the moment. Pete Harrod behind him on track. Fourth in qualifying at the moment is Mr. Harrod. Jack Stiles is apparently off the circuit. And there he is on the infield, loving life. Bit of a team qualifying session so far this. Johnny Brandon fourth at the moment, there he is. Behind him on track is the number 2 car of Andy Shield, who we just spoke to a moment ago. Bit of a damaged front end on that car for Andy. Here's Mr. Jacobs out on track, 12th at the moment. Obviously not agreeing with the Legend car. It's not the easiest thing to drive, to be fair. It doesn't like turning, especially not right. But Tom hopefully getting a better lap that time round. Oh, well, Mr. Stiles. Well done. Well done, Mr. Jack Stiles. That was different. Oh, and into the back of him goes another car, and there's more contact as well. Jack showing us just how the front end of that car works. Oh, well, that's not what we were after. Here he is. Out the last corner. Oh, big slide on. Into the wall. And like a spinning top, round it goes. And it was Pete Newman that went into him there. I thought it was Ben Gregory at first. It certainly wasn't. Sindre Setsas, 102.4, takes pole position. As Jack seemingly just plays about with the car in the pits. Sindre in the number 15 machine still out on track. Bit of a slide on the exit of the hairpin there. Tries to get it going as best he can. Not long of this session to go now then. Oh, and there's the number 11 car of Matt Bunn. Backwards across the line, into the path of Pete Newman. How he missed him then, I do not know. Matt, I believe, has a My Little Pony livery on that car. And there's the number 12 car of Morgan Butler, having a unorthodox finish to the lap. It must be difficult to get this car out of that final corner there, actually, to be fair. We'll have a quick look at what happened to Morgan on board. Yeah, look, the rear end just wants to go, and yeah, you try and put your foot in to save it, and it just doesn't behave itself. You can just see how quickly it spins around, though. It's not the easiest thing to master. As Matt has just gone off the track again. So a quick look at what happened to him. Ugh, just on the brakes, it's just a little shit. And into the wall, beautiful. Well played by Matt. Pete Newman is 4th, Pete Harrod is 3rd now. Not sure whether he was before, I wasn't paying that much attention. Diogo Melro apparently off the track. I was just cutting the corner a little bit there. Tom Jacobs still out on track with Mr. Shield behind him. Arch rivals, these pair. They love each other, really. Oh, Tom getting a big slide off. Mr. Shield! What a drift out the last corner there. Well, he nearly saved it. Puts it in the wall. Tom's still not improving on his lap time. Must be having a bit of a difficult time with the with getting the thing around. Mr. Avdoka is currently eating fish and chips. I've only just seen that message, son. I apologise. Matt Bunn having a nightmare. And Pete Harrod goes 2nd. Pete Harrod setting a bit of a quicker time. So he's getting to grips with it now. Pretty sure we'd see a bit of sideways action from Pete if we go on board. It's going to be a lot of fun this last pair of races. The Rallycross we will jump in on. Might get a bit loud though, so we'll have to just trial it in one of the heat races and see how it goes. It's bound to be a great finale to the evening. Again, I hope you're all enjoying it at home. Hope it's all coming across well, frame rate's all good, and most of all I hope it's entertaining and of course factual. Sindre sets us as a 1019 there to end the session. Pete Harrod, I believe, just got hit by somebody. Not quite sure who that was. I think it might have been Mr. Rushworth. Oh, no, it was Mr. Gregory, because Rushworth is, well, that's a brilliant incident in itself. Johnny Brandon's still out on track. There's only him, Melro, Bunn, Gregory and Rose. I thought it was only him and one more then, but they all just lit up at once. It's an interesting line into the final corner there by Johnny Brandon. Big slide, manages to keep it together. He's going to be happy that we caught that on the broadcast. Bigger slide, that's got to go around surely. Oh, he saved it. And there's the number 4 car of Diogo Melro doing donuts on the line, and it's only the end of qualifying. Brandon's having a right good laugh in this thing. Look at that. Great stuff. Oh, nearly. It's hairy when it's on the grass. Well, that'll be that then. Should be the end of the session, and so it is. And in we get our grid then for the 3rd of 4 races tonight. Sindre Setsas and Pete Harrod make up the first row of the grid, with Josh Thompson and Johnny Brandon joining them on the 2nd row of the grid. Pete Newman is going to be 5th alongside Diogo Melro in 6th position there. Jamie Rushworth 7th with Matt Bunn in 8th. Christian Rose in 9th with Ben Gregory in 10th. Andy Shield is 11th with Jack Stiles in 12th. Tom Jacobs is 13th, and Morgan Butler rounds out your grid in 15th. You can see the beautiful shape of this track there. I'm going to try and get as best view as we can of this. Just wait for Pete Harrod to line up on the grid. There he is. You can see this field of very small cars. All set to go then. Lights coming on for the 3rd of 4 races this evening. And they're out and they're away. Look at these little things get off the line. They just absolutely launch. Sindri Setsas has got a great start. That's Johnny Brandon in 4th place in the number 14 car on the inside line. Oh, and oh, fucking hell. Josh Thompson, you silly twat. He's fucking blown the engine. Oh, Newman and Melrose going down the order. They've had an accident. Oh, fucking hell, Josh. Let's have a look at what happened to Melrose and Newman. Oh, Newman gets all out of shape. Takes Melrose with him. Oh, we're bloody hell. Well, we're gonna have to drag him in. Josh, you daft twat, you fucking blew it up. What are you doing?
I don't even know how I managed that, to be honest. I was like, how have I managed this?
Well,
oh well.
He's ended his race, but he's here now. Setsas, your ex-teammate, is out in the lead, and he's got Pete Harrod behind him. Do you reckon he can hold him off? We've seen Pete's quite handy in this car.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. No comment.
Matt Bunn, massive drift out the final corner there in the number 11 machine. Dave Baker loving the commentary. Yeah, just being completely honest. Oh, Matt's got it sideways into turn 1, around the outside of Jamie Rushworth. Well, Jamie's gone down the inside of him there, and he's got the move done. Are you going to go back out, Josh? Are you going to get it repaired and out? No.
Nah.
No, I thought not.
On to Rallycross.
Yeah, well, that's going to be...
That's why Sindri's turned up. He's doing the Rallycross race instead.
Fair enough then. Well, it should be a good laugh. I'll let you back with the rest of them, mate, but shame, mate, you silly bugger.
Yeah, well.
Au revoir.
Lose my arm.
And he's got a very good point. Didn't lose any I rating, of course. As we see Matt Bunn then, with Mr. Andy Shield behind him. Biggest mover in the field is pretty much a dead heat with everyone at the moment. Tom Jacobs is up 4 places, so is Jack Stiles, and so is Andy Shield. Christian Rose also doing the same. So there's a good mix of different guys getting their times on. You can see that the lap times aren't as quick as they were before. Setsas has done a 106.7. Oh, well, there you go. It is quicker than it was before. He's just done a 101.9, and he did that in qualifying. PR at 2nd, then Johnny Brandon 3rd, Jamie Rushworth up to 4th place. Jack Stiles is apparently off the track. Not quite sure how he did that. Let's have a little ganders. Must have been out of the last corner. Oh, he's clipped that curb. That's going to unsettle the car. And he's run wide. Oh, he's caught that grass. Does he spin it? Oh, he keeps out the wall, though. He's done a fair job of that. Well done, Mr. Stiles. Now he's chasing down number 4, Diogo Melro. Ben Gregory ahead of him, and then it's Tom Jacobs ahead of that. Looking back now from Tom. This camera is absolutely shit, so let's just ignore that. Oh, big slide by Gregory. Oh, he's put it in the wall. Massive, massive accident for Ben. That wouldn't have done it any good at all. He's carried on, though. Morgan Butler apparently off the track as well, so it gives, for lack of a better phrase, gives Ben someone to play with. As they go back down the straight into the final corner. We look at our race leader though, Sindri Setsas. Sort of getting away with it at the moment. Doing a quick sort of dart away from everybody at the front. It's getting a bit interesting between Johnny Brandon and Pete Harrod though. Johnny is gradually catching him, although I say that, and it seems like the gap's just opened up in that one corner, so he must have made a mistake. Matt Bunn still under pressure from Mr. Shield. Andy chasing him down. Oh, getting all the grass buns out of shape. Oh, what a save by Matt Bunn. Beautiful stuff. Matt gets the tail end of that car out like a hooker on a Friday night. Get that rear end hanging out, son, and he's off on it. Fucking Nora. Don't know how he saved that, but yeah, it must have been the magic fairy dust coming off the back of that My Little Pony car. We go on board with Jack Stiles. Tom Jacobs just in front of him there. I don't know about you, but it's starting to look a little bit dark here, actually. The sun's going down slightly, so you might even get a night race out of this, but we're nearly a third of the way through. Around the final corner they go. Stiles chasing down Jacobs, Melrose ahead of him, and then Shield, Bun, Rose, Rushworth has gone red, he's off the track. Jamie Rushworth has spun it out of turn 1. Has he done what the other guys have done tonight and just clipped the grass on the outside? Let's have a look. Oh, Morgan Butler's apparently crashed. Tom's past Jack Stiles. Oh, really, really big fishtail from Jamie there. Jack's gone off track apparently. Not quite sure what's happened here. Oh, Tom's slowed down. What is Jack doing? Oh, you stupid boy. Tom seemed to slow down for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but oh well. Melro now behind Jacobs. Jacobs has passed Melro. The battle continues. I think actually Diogo's gone off track at some point. Here we go. He's lost the left-hand side of that car since this shot. And I've put Diogo. Diogo's down as fit start for some reason. Oh, big slide, and he's just going to lose. Yeah, he loses the left rear over that bale there on the left-hand side of the wall. Jacob's still ahead of him though. Still having a good scrap away. Melro all over the back of him though. Let's go on board. We'll have to make sure that Melro does not show as Fitstite, because he definitely doesn't race for Fitstite. He races for Team Mad. I do apologise, Diogo and Mr. Dave Crozier. Please don't have me assassinated. We'll have to just nip to Tom and then back to Diogo. There you go, Team Mad. So in this session we have 4 of the 5 Club Series champions. Jack Styles has gone off track. Front end of that car not looking too peachy anyway. Is he just gonna... Oh, you silly youth. Silly big eyebrowed youth. What are you doing? Mr. Shield is battling away with Matt Bunn. He's got a couple of other guys behind him as well here. Rose and Rushworth. These guys will be having a right laugh. Oh, Tom and Diogo have gone off track. I hope this isn't an incident. I think it was just that. We'll stick with it for a second. Oh, no, Diogo, no. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, Shield. Shield's gone up a place. Christian Rose has gone... oh, where's Johnny Brandon gone? Oh, Johnny Brandon's out. I've just missed that. Let's have a quick look. Johnny was in 3rd place. Oh, he's hit the curb. It's not unsettled the car too much. He's going to hit the grass. Oh, that's going to go right. No, he saved it. No, he didn't. Oh, Johnny. Johnny, son. Oh, he's fucked it. He's fucked it. So back to this battle then. It's Shield. Look behind him. It's Bunn and Rose side by side into turn 1. Christian Rose down the inside. The very unorthodox number of 193. Very close to making contact. Matt Bunn somehow hanging it around the outside. Still side by side as they go towards the hairpin. Pete Newman's got a great front row view of this. Bunn loses on the brakes. Oh, and Christian helps him around. Newman just misses him. And now it's Newman and... not Rushworth, sorry. Newman and Rose side by side. Well, they were out of the hairpin anyway. Matt Spun got it back going again. And he's off chasing down Jamie Rushworth, Diogo Melro behind him there, Ben Gregory. Tom Jacobs has got going again, albeit without the left-hand side of his car. Tom, I think, has gone off track again since, yep. Is he going to have done the same as what we saw earlier, where he loses it here and then hits the inside wall? Look at the slide. Oh, no, he hits the outside wall, but with the left-hand side of the car. Really big hit there. Sindre Setsas is just on the fastest first sector of the race. Look at the car control. Let's go on board with him for a second. Look at how sideways this thing is. Brilliant. Well, they say loose is fast. Sindre proving that. Look at it. All over the place. Clips that grass on the inside and it doesn't unsettle the car too much. Jack Styles has gone off again. Oh, bloody hell, Sindre. You're giving me fucking anxiety attacks here. Oh, well. Styly boy gets it going. He was already stopped, and I think we saw him in the wall there. Yeah, not great, Jack. I'm not going to lie, mate. Pete Harrod then still in 2nd place. A bit of a lonely race for Pete at the moment. Look at him go. Andy Shield up 8 places. He's having a great drive so far. Christian Rosen. That's got to be... It's not Rushworth. It's Pete Newman, I think, right behind him there. Pete's a lap down. It is Pete, though. Having a good fight with him. Ben Gregory, he's gone red on the timing tower. He's off the track. So is Matt Bunn in front of him. Not sure what happened to these boys here. Let's have a quick ganders. I think Matt's had an incident all on his own separately, yeah. Whoa, good avoidance there by Diogo Melro. And Ben's just had his own incident as well, hasn't he? Great racing by these guys so far. Very, very entertaining to watch. Matt nearly losing it into turn 1. We'll go back on board with Sindre, though. This is brilliant to watch. Just the way he's just shoving this car on the track, giving it everything. Carries a lot of momentum in the corner. Seems to brake halfway round. Just to slow it down and turn it in, and then just get the momentum on the exit. So many pops and bangs from this little Legends car. It's great. Really lively bit of kit. Christian Rose there with Andy Shield right in front of him. Pete Newman behind him, but that's not for position. Oh, Christian locks it up on the brakes, gets a slide, manages to save it. Another little slide on the exit there. Pete's going to go past him. He's off the track. He's off the track again. Somehow keeping it alive. Oh, fucking hell. Christian's just going to be... He's going to be sweating behind the wheel of this thing. He's going to have worn the wheel down trying to correct that. Jamie Rushworth's had a brilliant view of it. Laughing his head off probably all the way. Something along the lines of Jingle Bells could probably match up to that line. But this is a great scrap from these boys. It just goes to show how different everyone's pace can be lap on lap. Oh no, Christian! We'll go on board with Mr. Rushworth and watch the comedy just unfold itself. Oh no, he's slowing it down, making contact into the back of Christian there. Goes Jamie. Trying to get the car to behave itself around there. Shield's got a slow exit now. Pete Newman's on the back of him. Matt Bunn has crashed apparently. Shield defending on the inside. Oh, bloody hell, Jamie. Not sure what happened to Matt. Let's have a quick ganders. Oh, he's fighting with Ben Gregory. Oh, Matt. Just loses it on the brakes. Gets it all under control and then, well, it's not quite, is it? Back on board then. With this kerfuffle. Rushworth, ahead of him it's Christian Rose and it's Pete Newman, but he's a lap down, but still fighting with them. He's down the inside. Oh, Shield's gone! Andy Shield is gone! He spins it all on his own, and suddenly Jamie Rushworth is to the front of this group. Fantastic. Christian Rose on the outside now. He's past Pete Newman, but oh, he looks down the inside. Chucks it down the inside. He's going to try and get the cutback as Rushworth. They're side by side across the line. Oh, big slide from Christian Rose. No, he's managed to save it somehow. Jesus Christ, boys. Rushworth sliding it into turn 1 now. Pete Newman's still having a look for a scrap here as well. Sindre Setsas is just absolutely... Oh, what's he doing? The boy's loving it. Apologies for that there, just had to have a brief cut out. Sorry about that. Having a bit of an issue here with my microphone, just give us one sec. We're back for the last 30 seconds of this one then. Just had a bit of an issue with the microphone then. Sorry about that. Jamie Rushworth still scrapping away then with Pete Newman here. Andy Shield back in front of them. Apparently, nope, Shield's dropped to the back now, so that must have been an issue with the timing. Pete Harrod still in second, having the loneliest race of his life. He's got 22 seconds behind him to these boys. And then Sindre Setsas still leading the way. First race he's jumped into tonight, and he's just going to run away with this and dominate it, as he did in qualifying as well. But that's pretty much what he did in the World GT Championship. He just ran away with it and did it. Final corner then for Sindre Setsas. The Swede is going to get it round the last corner in Legends car. Maybe a bit of a drift for style points, but I've seen a lot of guys lose it tonight doing that, so it's probably not the best advised thing to do. There he goes though, chucks it across the line, crashes it, spins it, does whatever he wants to. Sindre Setsas takes the win. And I can confirm that Abeth has arrived. And she's not scared the shit out of me. Because I left the front door locked. Because I didn't mean to do it, of course. Subconsciously. But there you go then, race winner Sindre Setsas wins race 3 of the evening. Pete Harrod finishes second, Jamie Rushworth in third. Christian Rose 4th, Diogo Melro in 5th. Tom finished in 6th in the end, despite missing the entire left-hand side of his car. So, not the best one for him there. Don't think Sindre is actually in the chat with those boys, so I can't really drag him up for that one, but someone we will have a quick chat to is a Mr. Shield again. Andy, that was a bit of an eventful one. You had a good scrap with those boys until you binned it at the end like a silly bugger.
Sorry, man. I had my headset off.
Oh, bloody hell. Unprofessional. Very unprofessional.
I know.
You had
No,
I
it was
was just saying you had a good scrap then until you binned it towards the end.
Yeah, I backed up and waited for the boys just to have a bit of banter, and it unfortunately didn't pan out as expected. But no, they're quality cars just to go and have a blast around. They're just funny to drive.
Yeah, it seemed like a good laugh. Everyone giving it a bit of drifting and the odd incident here and there, but yeah, it seemed like a good laugh. We've got the results up on screen now anyway. Sindre took the win in that one with Pete Harrod 6 seconds back. Jamie Rushworth 33 seconds behind the lead, just beating Christian Rosal across the line there. Diogo Melro finishing 5th overall. Tom Jacobs finishing in 6th place. And he was followed by Ben Gregory, Pete Newman, and then further down from that, the Mr. Andy Shield we just spoke to, Matt Bunn, Jack Stiles, Johnny Brandon, Morgan Butler, and Josh Thompson, the silly twat, blew it up at the first corner when he smashed his engine to bits by, well, trying to put a push rod through the bonnet, I think. That was race 3 of 4 for the evening. And we're going to be coming back with the finale very shortly, which is going to be the Rallycross cars at Sonoma. Should be an absolute barrel of laughs. We're going to join these guys in the chat room for when that goes on. Maybe a little bit too shouty, so we might have to back out partway through, but we'll see what we can do with it. And of course, we'll remain as professional as we fucking always are. You know how it is. So we'll be right back soon. Thanks very much. We'll, just while we're in the break, bring in a Mr. Ben Gregory. Ben, that was a bit of a fuckfest, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
It seemed like everyone was having a good laugh dragging him around. Anyway, there was a lot of sideways action, a lot of crashing, but yeah, it was good fun to watch.
So stupid. I love it.
Well, that's the point of these events, isn't it? It's just a great laugh. Really good laugh.
Oh my god. Just yeah. The car looks better without the bloody fenders on it.
Yeah.
I
Well, yeah.
I
I noticed that with Tom's.
I wanted to remove it. It looks a bit nicer. But no, fucking...
Yeah, you wanted to remove it. That's why you ended up in the wall, is it?
No, that's my big book of racing driver excuses. Fucking hell, that was good. That was so stupid as well, though. Just the absolute. Yeah,
Well, we've got Rallycross coming up, mate. Should be the most fun one of the evening.
I know it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna jump in with you boys for that one if it doesn't get too shouty. So there will be local commentary, which is probably a recipe for disaster.
Oh, it'll be fine.
We should be alright, shouldn't we? See how
Yeah.
it gets on. Are you confident anyway? Because you're quite handy in a Rallycross car, aren't you?
I say that, but
Well, you never know. You never know
I'll
with
be
these lot
alright.
around. It doesn't matter how good you are if someone's hands you out of the way.
as I say, you did watch the Daytona race, right?
Yeah, that's very, very true. That was it was just a large accident round an oval for the whole thing.
Oh, it was funny though. It was annoying because it was like, oh no, I'm actually oh no, I'm not doing okay anymore.
No.
That was.
It was just a bit like, oh, the racing's really good here. It's dead close, and then as soon as anyone got near the finish line, it was just a mess.
The trial, see, watching a real racing is the trial was always the problem, but it's just even funnier just because how stupid the incidents were.
Well, best of luck for the last one, mate. We'll join you in a moment anyway.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers. Ben Gregory there. We'll bring in Mr. Matt Bunn. Matt, this evening just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been awesome fun so far. There's been a lot of laughs.
And a lot of crying.
Only from
From Josh.
standard.
Love it. Well, I'm going to join you boys for the Rallycross, for the final one of the night. So we'll get the wonderful local commentary on the go. So, yeah, it may get a bit shouty, as I've said a couple of times, but fuck it. We're all there for a laugh, aren't we?
Yeah, no, sounds good, mate. Session should now be going up.
Cracking.
How you been finding it, watching it?
Scary. Very, very, very scary from this point of view, but yeah, it's been very entertaining, and hopefully everyone's enjoyed the stream either way.
Yeah,
Been a
no,
good laugh to
definitely,
do it.
mate. Nice one for doing it.
No, it's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure. But I'll be in just a moment to annoy the lot of you anyway.
Sounds good. Look forward to it.
Matt Bunn there, organiser of the evening, of course, doing a fine job. Just getting the final car downloaded because I'm a twat and I didn't have it downloaded ready to go for this last race for the second time of the evening. So I'll pop another song on and we'll be back with you in a minute. Right then, we are getting into the final session of the evening, which is going to be the Rallycross event. This should be probably the most entertaining one of the night. We are going to jump on in and join the guys. So this may get very loud and very, very exciting. So, without further ado, we join the guys in the room. Say hello to the stream, everybody.
Why are you not working?
Oh, well, Mr. Styles is having a wonderful time, it seems.
My hand's about to snap.
But, yeah, Sonoma presents a Rallycross track I've never actually commentated on before. I've seen the Daytona ones and the Phoenix ones, but that's about it. So, how are you guys feeling towards this one? Are we looking for results, or you're all just going to twat each other out of the way?
We're all gonna die!
Do what everyone does in the Rallycross World Championship. Punt at turn 1. Ow.
Oh, no, had it up on 2 wheels.
Ow. Please.
So this is what a normal night on Discord is like. If you've never been on iRacing before, it's
Oh, fucking! Why did you all crash there, you dickheads?
it's quite a
Beast
mess.
Racing livery.
There is a Beast Racing livery on that Volkswagen Beetle. Mr. Tom Jacobs will be rocking that this evening.
Where the hell's the handbrake button?
Don't use a handbrake, just use the car in front.
So my plan is.
Oh, I haven't changed the.
You find handbrake is in just underneath the wizard on the drive tab.
So
Oh, right. Yeah, not in controls. Got it.
We're just having a bit of an issue with the overlay here, boys, which is always fantastic. That's what you want.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
We've got race results from the last one, but apparently we're still at Tsubaka's house.
Tsubaka.
Yeah, we had that on the menu and everything. Just because of you, Mr. Rose.
It's not me. It's Bun's pronunciation of it.
Right then, we do have
Well
the
done, Morgan.
information. Let's get that empty now. There was just a large crash then, which I just managed to catch.
I was about to practice the Joker, but missed it.
Well, this is going to be fantastic to watch. This is. We're going to reload those textures, get everything in, get them ready.
Oh my days, I'm taking spinning to a whole new level.
Oh, I missed the corner.
We'll keep our eye on Mr. Bunn, who's going to be, well, sounds like he's loving life already.
Where even is the Joker?
Just before the jump. Inside.
It's not going too well for you at the moment, Matt. I'm a bit scared for you. Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, no.
more contact made.
I don't drive these cars.
You can tell.
Oh, for fuck's sake, can you, Matt?
What, I missed you. Good avoiding that was.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I know, but you were kind of like in a really shitty spot.
Well, Mr. Jacobs joins us. He's going to be representing
Matt,
the Beast Racing livery in this
Jesus
one. I don't have...
Christ.
The liveries don't seem to be working for me, guys. I don't know if anyone else has any paints.
Trading paints.
Jamie, that was so close.
I don't know where the track goes.
Joker's here. Down here.
I missed
It's
it.
proper tight, innit?
Bloody hell.
You got a handbrake into it, I think.
To quote
No, you don't.
Josh
I
Thompson,
don't
it's
use
very
handbrake at all.
tight.
I don't use handbrake at all.
Yeah, you don't have to use handbrake at all.
It's faster about it.
Right, for one final time, we are going to reload the textures. We're going to try and go on board with someone that knows their way around. So we're on board with Mr. Rushworth right now for a lap of Sonoma. He's not had a bottle of wine tonight, so he's all right. But you can see just how loose this surface is around Sonoma.
I'm going to kill someone.
Most of it dirt, a tiny bit of concrete. And there you can see the grip just come to him as you get the... oh, and there's a Ford in the way.
Oh, no. I missed the Joker again.
This isn't as tame
Please,
as we were
grip.
looking for.
There you go.
Oh,
Jamie, that was...
tactical. Obstacles.
Tactical approach there. Over the jump he goes.
Wall dead.
Oh, there's no grip.
Well, you don't tend to get grip on dirt, Mr. Styles, unfortunately.
Chaz? Shush.
Oh, I just had it up on 2 wheels.
Oh, there's accidents happening all over the place. And
Rotate.
Oh, I missed the corner at the top of the hill again.
oh, Matt, what are you doing? Oh,
Oh my god.
I don't know how. I really do not know how you did not get hit by anyone there, Matt. But that is absolutely
Professional avoidance.
Professional avoidance is definitely the fucking phrase for that.
What, is he up on my onboard?
My life, right? We're gonna go back with Mr. Josh Thompson there. We're gonna reverse a couple of seconds because that was just how. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
I aimed it for the gap and went back.
Oh, I can't go back to it now. It's gone. I've got nothing on our event viewer that we have on the on live time in here. But this is bound to be a great finale to the evening. Josh Thompson there in the Subaru WRX STI STD LMP GTE.
How have you enjoyed tonight, Chaz? How has it been for you?
It's been very enjoyable from my point of view, I must admit.
Hashtag boost, dude.
My anxiety has gone downhill now that Beth is actually here because she was threatening to come up behind me all night and scare the shit out of me when she turned up at my house, but she's not done that because I accidentally left the front door locked, so... Haha.
Congratulations, Chaz.
Accidentally.
That, wow, well that's an insult, isn't it? Jack Styles shouts, "Hi Beth," and back he gets, "Hi Tom." So, yeah, there's the issue of the evening. Anyway, we can currently see Morgan Butler's car, which definitely doesn't have marijuana all over it. That is simply a maple leaf, just repeated a lot of times, isn't it, Morgan?
Someone's breaking the old iRacing paint code of conduct rule thingy with a jiggy wiggy.
Well, I don't think this broadcast would make it onto the esports network. We look at qualifying
just
me. Oh, so it's not open quality.
Who should we watch?
You can't do open quality for these.
Well, Morgan Butler's put it in the wall, so I don't want to watch that shit show. Let's watch Mr. Bunn.
I'm starting again. It's alright.
Matt Bunn qualifying here in the Volkswagen Beetle. Over the jump he goes. Jack Styles clearly in the air at that point. Matt's just getting a bit of a fishtail there. We'll go on board with him. This right-hander is really tricky because you turn onto it on concrete. The rear end gets away from you, but then you're onto the dirt, so the car just gets more and more loose as you go around. It's a really long corner. You've got to try and keep your momentum up there, but as you go over it, here, you go over a crest, so the car just loses all grip. Wheel spinning. Matt's gone up 3 gears and he touches the brakes and he's fucked it, so well done, Matt. Smashing driving. We go to Mr. Evdoka, who is also sideways. He's on tarmac right now. That wall, whoever made that wall really needs putting down because it's got a massive jagged edge sticking out of it. And, well, surely that's just going to claim some lives. Evdoka over the jump then towards the line. And we haven't got the timing tower up, which isn't very professional. We look at the lap times. Evdoka does a 42.5, Melro 43.2, 43.5 from Gregory, 44.2 from Styles. Jacobs 43.2. Henlow Tom goes to 3rd. Newman 46.8. Come on, son. Waiting for more lap times to be posted now. Butler 44.6. So it looks like the Class A drug that is all over his car has got to his head. Andy Shield, Mr. Shield himself 44.9. Thompson,
it's a Class B, actually.
45.4. It's a Class B drug. I've just been corrected. I do apologise. And our resident ginger, Miss Beth Johnson, does agree. So I'm going to question that later. Evdoka still on pole though, 42.2. He's just improved as well. Brilliant. Melro improves as well, but it's still not enough.
Can you use the Joker on your car?
No.
Matt Bunn there with question of the century. I'm just going to go and... He did try and use the Joker, I think. Let me have a look. No, I don't think he has tried it. Christian Rose, not set a lap yet.
Slow as fuck.
Just coming to the line. And... Oh, he's not last. He's beaten Pete Newman. Come on, Pete, sort it out.
Has anyone got a setup? What's going on?
Baseline all the way.
Yeah, I think I should just... Fuck it.
Matt Bunn, still not set a lap yet, so he's obviously not had a clean one. Hurry up, Matt.
He keeps using a Joker.
He's absolutely all over the shop here, is Matt. Trying to get that Beetle stopped. It looks like he's trying to fight off a lion with a fucking stick insect. That was the shittest analogy I think I've ever come up with. Matt goes flying over the hill, and he's gone skyward, absolutely fucking skyward. He's off into the... Well, he's in the middle of something. I don't know what he's quite ghosted through there, but he's in it. He's hit a wall, and that's going to be the end of his qualifying session. Someone has a very loud wheel that they are really, really tugging around. I hope it's the wheel. Hope it's the wheel they're tugging around. Anyway, Ben Gregory goes through the right-hander.
Sorry, me just throwing my bond around like hoping it'll fucking survive.
Shit.
It's very difficult to drive a car like this for Jack Styles because he's got to realise that he has to look sideways every now and then, and his eyebrows obstruct the view.
Oh my god! How did I not hit the wall then? My god!
We're going to have a look back at this at Josh Thompson, wherever he is. He has gone fastest. So let's just go back, say, 10-15 seconds for Mr. Thompson, see what happened.
He's going to the last corner. Well, up the
Oh,
hill.
wow, that was very, very close indeed.
My favourite thing about this is you can't get any 1Xs. It's great.
I just shared this Beetle set up for everyone.
Oh, Josh.
Nice.
Maybe this actually feels really good.
Is everyone qualified?
Yeah, I'm just driving the
Seems
Subaru
that
around.
way.
Can we skip the remaining minute in the
No.
session?
No.
Well, that means that Ben's on a lap, so we'll go to him, not to
No.
put him under pressure. Oh, and he's just
I finished the lap anyway, so it doesn't...
put him under that much pressure, it's all over. So, that will bring us to our first heat of the evening then.
Oh, we've gone straight to the feature now.
No, we haven't. We're all in the first heat.
Oh,
why are we all in the first heat?
Is the fuel right for that setup?
No,
Pre-race
we're all in the first heat because...
Give me a kiss pre-race through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
because
was
then the people who don't quite get inside the others, like the top 5 or 3, go again and again, and then it cuts out. Finds out who's done what.
So we're going to watch this on board from Matt Bunn then. Here we go, the lights come on. The revs rise. And they're off. Launching away 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds for these rallycross cars. There's a Beetle in the middle, that's got to be...
Oh, God.
Oh, there's an accident. There's a car round sideways, one of the Fords. Matt Bunn manages to squeeze his way through it somehow. He's side by side with the marijuana car of Morgan Butler, who's, well, he's fucked it, let's put it that way. Oh, there's someone off the side of the jump in one of the Beetles, and he's going to collect his teammate. That's Rushworth hitting Bunn out of the way. Jamie Rushworth gets an extra lifeline there using Matt Bunn as a brake. Tom Jacobs comes down to earth in the Beast Racing Beetle in the background. Jack Styles and Ben Gregory for Fitzeye are the last 2 cars on the track at the moment, so they're having an absolute nightmare.
That's typical of Fitzeye.
Michael Evdoka.
I blame the pink fucking Ford who hit me.
No! Sorry, Pete!
Tom Jacobs down the inside of Mr. Newman. Makes contact, and he's got it stopped. Don't know if we're live or not, we certainly are.
What the hell? Diogo!
Oh, and Diogo, and oh... I don't really have words for this, boys. This is shit. Michael Evdoka out up front, leading the way. Oh, someone's at the wall on the way down. That's Mr. Rushworth.
Too many Joker laps. I've only done 1.
There's no Joker laps.
No, you haven't.
Well, you can't do it on your first lap.
no Jokers.
Why?
Who set this up?
Who set this shit up? You fucking failed.
Joker.
Welcome to a night on iRacing, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
bullshit.
I can't stop it, Pete!
Can someone clear mine as well? Because that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, can someone clear mine? This
I
is
think there's only one person that can do that, and you've got to look at whoever's hosted it. Mr. Shields in the mix as well in the Ford. We haven't said anything about Andy yet, but he's got 2 of his teammates in front of him, which is never a safe prospect when you drive for CQR. It doesn't mean anything. He's got Rushworth, who's going to go off the side of the jump. Oh, Shields over. He's hit the wall on the landing. Somehow keeps it going.
I was trying to mount him.
He's trying to mount his teammate, apparently.
You only have to ask.
Oh, and Andy's dog's making strange noises in the background.
That's fun.
Matt spun. He's living up to his name. He's trying to assault the crowd through the fence. He's put the tyre barriers into the middle of the track. Jack Styles runs into it. It was like something out of Mario Kart.
Can I have my black flag clear?
Jack Styles into the tyre bales then. Let's have a quick look at this. Matt Bunn with the final blow. You see Matt halfway around the track. Clips the tyre bales, moves them down the hill, and Jack Styles straight into it. Beautiful. Well played, mate. So we carry on then. Josh Thompson leading the way from Michael Evdoka in what I believe and hope is a Scott McLaughlin tribute Volkswagen Beetle with the Shell V-Power livery on it. Either that, or he just thinks it's pretty.
Oh no, there's
Well, that's absolute shit. Oh, he's clipped the wall now as well. They've put him under pressure. He knows he's on stream. He's still trying to chase down Josh, but Josh looks like he's got it all under control. Christian Rose gained 7 places so far in that very yellow and green Beetle. Don't know whether that's supposed to have a livery on it, Christian, but you're not representing the brand very well, son. Andy Shield 4th place in the little Ford Fiesta, and that's an
I'm
Evdoka.
representing the colours yellow and green.
Well, You're not representing green as much as Morgan Butler is right now in that car. I'll tell you what, Morgan Butler is, well, I think he needs to go and talk to Frank for a bit. Evdoka there is out of the race. Diogo Melro is somehow still going round with a Beetle that isn't, well, it's rounder than it was before, I think.
Wheels broke.
Well, there you go. The wheel's ruined. Thompson leading the way. There's another Ford in his way. Final lap for Josh. Final corner. Gives it a bit of style. Nearly bins it. Over the jump he goes.
Oh,
a bit of a
sorry, Andy.
nosedive. And Josh Thompson takes the win in the
I
first
knew you'd
race
do that, Bun. I knew you
in the Rallycross evening. Matt
I thought I'd
Bunn's,
just leave that open.
Matt Bunn's done something. Let's have a quick look. Jamie is just in front of him.
Third place.
You can see Matt closing in on him here. Is he going to go down the inside? Of course he is. There you go. Skids it out of the way, hits the wall, and yeah, Jamie's got away with that one. But that's the end of that one there. Matt Bunn just coming across the line now. Morgan Butler still yet to finish over the jump in style. Behind him is Jack Stiles, ironically. Giving it everything he can over the jump. Pete Newman already finished a lap down, and yeah, that was your first heat of the evening. I believe in the next few we'll have less drivers. We'll have to have a quick look at what happens now, because
no, I think
And now we've got what's the warm up?
Matt's complete. There's a feature after the warm up. Matt, what have you fucking done?
Not me.
Josh Thompson, ladies and gentlemen, trying to find something to
You
whinge
got to
about. As
remember,
always.
it was
What
set
is
up.
it? Yeah,
it was,
what is this?
It was set up for bigger grids to remember as well. So
Well, there's a warm-up session which I've never heard of in Rallycross, but at least they've got new cars to test out. Good bit of drifty poos. We're watching
this is the
Mr.
warm-up
Styles.
for the
I want to
final
start at
feature
that.
race.
Oh,
So skip some of the heats.
yeah, because it's supposed to be like for like 30 foot.
Oh wait, now we're on the feature race.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuel.
And which we're all on the grid as well.
right then. So
No Joker as well.
we've got take two of this one. We're going to be.
Yeah, we've got the test race out of the way.
Yep, we're in the blimp then to watch this unfold. Although it's a bit far away, I'm switching between that and the chopper. We're looking at Mr. Styles right now.
I ain't got a fuel.
There are still no Joker laps, by the way. So
Yeah, it's say guys.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So it's a full-on balls to the wall
One
finale.
Joker, Josh. One Joker, just for you.
I'll do it at the start, then, yeah.
You're a joker.
You're a joker.
I'll do it. I'll do the Joker, man. No problem.
Josh Thompson on the inside then, on the front row of the grid, with Rose and then Gregory. Christian Rose, you can't miss him. Tom Jacobs in the number
I
6. Beast Racing Beetle there on the inside, alongside Matt Bunn and Morgan Butler. They've got Jack Stiles, Diogo Melro, Pete Newman. Michael Evdoka is not there yet.
Michael.
Michael.
Get on the grid.
Michael, are you
Michael-
clean? Do
Michael
you want to
can't-
race, Michael?
He can't fit his talent on the grid. There he is. Ready to go. I'm not on the right camera. We're looking at Mr. Newman at the back of the grid, just to see how this unfolds. Lights on, away we go. Jacobs doesn't get a great start. Oh, there's a CQR sandwich in the
who
middle.
fainted
Oh,
on
Christian Rose absolutely twatted by Andy Shield. Well, that's one way to bin your teammate, as we see now. Oh, down the inside, that's Diogo Melro getting a move done on Rose. Oh, and that is the number 58 car, Pete Newman, having a bit of a nightmare. Morgan Butler's gained 4 places. Those drugs are going to his head, son. Jacobs down the inside of the number 2 machine. That's Shield. Oh, Shield pushing his way past Butler. Bullies him out of the way, and Tom Jacobs is the main beneficiary. Now he's up to 4th place now. Bunn's gained 4 places. He's up to 3rd. Ben Gregory up to 2nd. Jamie Rushworth going past Mr. Shield as well. Andy's going flying down the order. I don't know quite what he's done. He's somehow managed to wedge it between 2 barriers there. This is a great camera for these races. Ben Gregory 2nd place. Tries to get it slowed down for the right-hander. Tom Jacobs now chasing down Matt Bunn for 3rd place. But Josh Thompson, the show-off that he is. Oh, there you go. Bloody Nora over the jump. He's run
Oh,
away
you
with it.
fucking bent my wheel.
Oh, Matt Bunn into 2nd place. Ben Gregory out of the race.
Fucking straight up just drove into me.
We'll have a look at what happened
Oh,
here.
that's fucking destroyed. I can't do anything.
Matt just tans in one as they go into the jump. Ben's race is over and done with. Tom Jacobs then up into 3rd. That means podium
Thanks,
so
Matt.
far for Tom.
That's never happened before.
No, Tom Jacobs on a podium.
Oh, there goes.
Oh no, there he is! Somehow, who was that squeezed through the middle? I think that was Jamie, was it?
Yeah.
Squeezed between Tom and the wall. Let's have another little look at that. Look at this for some accident avoidance by Jamie Rushworth. Watch this for a bit of a miss. Well, hey, beautiful stuff.
Chaz, you had to call it, didn't you?
I had to call it, Tom. That's the commentator's curse for you, mate. Christian Rose then is 4th after getting twatted off by his teammate early on, but Andy Shield is out of the race in last, so it serves him right. Dodgy bastard. Jack Styles is 9th. Morgan, well, Jack Styles just in a wall. It's just absolutely planted in one. Morgan Butler ahead of him. Michael Avdoka eventually got on the grid and got into the race, it seems. And he's got Newman ahead of him. And then Melrose. There's not really any big battles so far. Maybe Bunn and Rushworth into team battle here for 2nd place.
Matt, that was such a shitty move.
Jamie Rushworth.
I mean,
go on board.
That because I was doing really well.
You many people
You drove into me.
If the car's dead, it's dead here, isn't it?
I didn't drive into you.
On board with Rushworth then, not to put him under pressure, but we're all watching you, Jamie. This is on YouTube broadcast to all 7 people that are watching.
Oh shit.
It could be on the esports network next week, but you never fucking know, do you? We'll have to see. You can just see how loose this car is around there, though. It's fantastic to watch it just slide as they get on the power. The weight transfer, you're turning in so early as well. You're turning about 100 metres before the corner, just expecting the rear end to go round. He's on the brakes with Matt. He's really catching up with him here, actually. We're going to have to go to a wider camera. This is the battle to watch. Christian Rose is also catching up with Diogo Melrose, so it's the CQR cars that are doing really well.
I did nothing.
They go in the jump. We've still got 5 laps to go after this one. Halfway through the race.
Oh my god, that was a front.
Bunn and Rushworth showing us how it's done here.
Andy, what are you doing?
Mr. Shield is he's on a bit of a, he's on a bit of a tour at the moment, is Mr. Shield.
Oh god, no, I can't drive this at all.
Ben's broken the car.
I have very much broken the car.
But this is still the battle to watch. Matt giving it a bit of handbrake into the second to last corner. Rushworth down the inside, side by side into turn 1. Rushworth has got it done. No, he's not. He gives Matt the space. Fishtail in front. What a cutback from Rushworth. Beautiful. He's going to try it again as they go to the jump. Oh, and Gregory's over in front of him as he rolls side by side through the air for Rushworth and Bunn. Coming back onto the dirt section now. Long right-hander to go. No. Rushworth down the inside. Is he going to get it stopped? Bunn's still in front somehow.
You might have fixed my car there, Mike, actually.
I think Mr. Avdoka has self-righted Ben.
No, I'm dead.
Tom's still Tom's sat trackside then. That's, I think, the end of his race, unfortunately, but that was the commentator's curse in its very strongest form. Oh, Rushworth taps the back of Bunn. Come on, son, he says. Get on with it. Matt hugging it to the wall. Jamie's lost a bit of time there. I'm not sure whether he's damaged the car or not. How does it feel, Jamie?
That's fine, I just missed.
No, okay, you basically, what you're saying is you just shit is what you're saying, mate. Hurry up.
Yeah, pretty much, just a bit shit.
Oh, and there's a Ford in the middle of the track. That adds an extra chicane to this circuit.
Wow.
Bunn kicking up all the dust there, running a bit wide. Manages not to bin it. But we've got 3 laps to go after this one, and Jamie's got it all to do to try and get that 2nd place. But coming up behind him, though, just popped up on the bottom of our shot, is Diogo Melrose. The Mandingo himself.
Dingo.
And Rushworth now up to 2nd.
Give me a push.
Have a shit fight. Have a shit fight. Let me catch up.
Diogo still then sticking on the back of these boys as they go over the jump. It's the 3 Beetles while Josh is just off in the distance in that Subaru, doing a great job. Fair play to him. Showing us how it's done. But this is the battle then. Diogo completely sideways. Look at these boys around here. Rushworth and Bunn. Bunn's going to get it done down the inside. Bunn got it done. Matt done.
Just use a bit of wall.
Josh is using the scenery to self-right the car and get it pointing the right way. Oh, down the inside, Rushworth. Beautiful stuff. Multiple bits of contact with Matt there. Matt round the outside, though, sticks it in. What commitment.
I'm not going to go quietly.
Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful that was. Matt somehow manages to retain the position, completely nosedives it over the jump. Diogo oh, good God. I nearly had a heart attack as they went either side of Ben Gregory's static car.
I don't want to sound like a dick, Josh, but I'd far rather Bunn win than you.
Oh, yeah, Rushworth down the inside.
So,
Morgan's alive.
A bit spicy.
Oh, Diogo!
Hang on.
Into the side of Bunn, into the wall.
Oh, man, that was really fun.
Nobody expected the Portuguese the Portuguese Inquisition there. Michael Avdoka up 7 places though still. He's getting on with it. Oh, who's that behind him? Matt Bunn giving it a bit too much commitment there. As Josh Thompson then goes on to the final lap. Massive slide. Josh has spun the car. He's got it going again, but he's into the wall. Does this mean Jamie Rushworth's going to get it? Jamie's trying to get there. Morgan's trying to have a battle with him as well. Maybe the drugs will get to him.
Morgan, have him! Have him off! Fucking floor it, man!
Into the final few corners then. Morgan's been given the instruction, execute order 66, he says. Oh, he's hit the wall!
Multi-2-1! Multi-2-1!
Multi-21, Seb. Oh, Morgan's Morgan in the wall, 2 wheels and it's over. Oh, he's just, no, he's the best.
Give me a push.
Someone needs to just slam the brakes on in mid-air as you go over the jump of the car will nosedive. Just do it for entertainment. Please do it. Christian, do it. Someone do it.
Oh my god!
Someone please do it.
Someone give me a push. Thank you, Mike.
My wheel's kind of blowing up.
Matt's out of fuel then as he comes across the line.
Jamie,
I saw.
Jamie, oh my
You launched it, man.
Wow, that was great fun.
Matt, that was really, really good race.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
overtook Tom.
Tom.
What?
Just waiting to see what's
watch that back.
Natural habitat.
I watched the stream.
Look, I went so high. Oh my days.
Right, let's try the slamming the brakes thing then.
Does anyone want to
I'm just gonna.
That's a little underwhelming.
What?
Jamie's just had a quite a large accident. Christian's still going around. Christian, if you could just, when you get over the jump, just slam the brakes on for us and give it a nosedive, that'll be a great way to round out the evening. See if you can plant the front end of that Beetle in the floor. Let's see how it goes. Here he is. Christian Rose nosedives it. There he goes. Oh dear. And that was the fourth and final race of the evening then. Absolutely fantastic stuff to watch. We're going to give it some good old result screen. Get the music playing. And that was the final one of the evening. Then Josh Thompson takes the win from Jamie Rushworth. Christian Rose making it CQR podium for those guys. Diogo Melro 4th, Michael Avdoka 5th, Matt Bunn eventually coming home in 6th after the Portuguese Inquisition took him out. Morgan Butler 7th, and the marijuana all over the car didn't affect him. Pete Newman 8th, Jack Styles 9th, Ben Gregory 7 laps down, although he did get a little bit of help over the line then. Tom Jacobs fell prey to the commentator's curse in one of the strongest forms that I've ever seen, and Andy Shield got smacked in the face by Karma after taking his teammate out of the first corner. And after that then, boys, it's been an absolute pleasure to watch all this and commentate on it for you. How do you all feel that it went? We'll go one at a time. Mr. Bunn, you organised tonight, and obviously we all thank you for that. How did you feel it went?
I had to swap from push to talk to turn my wheel off. Yeah, it went really well. Really good. Thanks everyone for turning up, and Chaz for doing the broadcast. And yeah, just what it was all about, just getting everyone together and having a bit of a laugh before Christmas, before we all have a little bit of a break from racing. And yeah, we've all had a good laugh, so mission achieved.
Smashing stuff. Michael Avdoka, you were near the front a bit in that one, but well, you had a bit of a trouble towards the end of the second race. Have you had a good night?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Great luck. I'm normally quite a quiet one and listen to everyone else making the joke.
Yeah, I've noticed. Jamie Rushworth there, ladies and gentlemen. He wasn't even drinking tonight, as I mentioned a couple of times, and he actually got some results, although the truck race didn't exactly end very well for you.
No, it didn't, and I can't remember who I'm blaming. I think it's Matt I'm blaming for that one. So
Everyone's blaming Matt.
Just blame Matt for that. And I do need to clarify as well for anyone watching on the stream, Jamie isn't a raging alcoholic. It's just that last time we had a streaming night together, he was very drunk. So it's just a one-off occasion, so don't send anyone round to his house. Morgan, you... All right.
I'm going to butt
Don't
in
give me
real
that
quick.
attitude.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
butt in real quick. Jamie, just save the replay, will you? Because that footage will be good for promo.
Yeah, got it.
Nice one. Sorry, carry on.
Well, Morgan gave me some rat attitude, so fuck him. Ben Gregory, how did you get on tonight? All right. Well, normally Ben's quick to jump in and speak over you, but in this one I can't get him to bloody talk. Tom Jacobs, my beast racing compatriot. We've had a mixed bag for you tonight, a couple of incidents here and there, but have you had a good laugh, mate?
Yeah, it was good. Got killed by Newman in the F3 race. Got killed by Styles in the truck race. Got killed by, I think it was Andy Shield, possibly. Mr. Shield! in
He's
the
not bitter
in the
about it.
Legend race. And then this race, I killed myself. So yeah,
I think I killed you in this one somehow.
yeah, you killed me.
Yeah. Well, that's what teammates do.
It made a lad out of me anyway.
Made a lad out of him. Mr. Pete Newman has got his microphone muted, so I'm going to ask him a question. Are you there?
And the answer is no.
The
Silence.
answer
Does
is
someone
no.
want to step in as Pete? So anyone want to pretend?
Anyway, Stu, pretend to be Pete.
Yeah, Mr. McFadden.
Pretend to be Pete Newman.
No, it went really well actually. That was a terrible accent.
Well, it's his normal. Well,
That was your accent, wasn't it?
yeah, it's normal one to be fair. Anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure to do this for you tonight, guys. Thank you very much for everyone who's watched the stream. I hope it's been enjoyable. I hope I've not made a complete twat out of myself. Hopefully do another one of these in the future at some point. But from me and from everyone else here, we will hopefully see you next time. We're going to sign off.
Okay, bye.
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 Hasta la vista.